Yeah, yo. I was talking to my boy Chucky and Encino, so we about to start this thing up. Y'all come on in. I'm gonna drop the link for Chucky. He gonna join the bus, and then I think Cino might join too, because we all in agreement that that was the stupidest trade that you could never do. But it is also a trade that had to be done. Me personally, if I'm the Boston Celtics, I get rid of Tatum because I don't think Brandon Tatum is ever going to be the same. I would have traded Brandon Tatum and I keep Brown because he's a two-way player and he's that motor, he's that engine. He's gonna keep going. So Tatum, in my opinion, is not going to be the same type of player. Boston's still going to be a good team. They're just not going to be the same, and they'll see that. They'll see that when it's time to go down the stretch. When Tatum is not hitting shots, it was always Brown that had his back, you know. This is going to help Boston out tremendously, having somebody that can run with Maxey and VJ, and you don't know what you're going to get with Embiid as far as his health. But if he can give you anything down the stretch, it's on. But now Boston have to see Brown 4 times. How do you trade a former, not even a former MVP, because he was number 6 on the list for MVP voting this year. A 29-year-old MVP candidate that was number 6 this year to win MVP gets traded for podcast fee because analytics say so. Man, these people crazy, man. These people crazy. I know Boston is rejoicing right now because they just went from not sure to they in it. They in the mix with Brown. Add him to the squad, they in the mix right away. I'm talking about right away. Brown and Maxey together, they're in the mix. VJ, a young player, and B, let's just say Embiid can't really play the first half of the season like that. With just Brown and Maxey, they good enough to get to the playoff. I think they got Drummond still. They good enough to get to the playoff. And then if Embiid can get in the playoffs and get healthy for the whole playoff, they might have some problems. We at the point now where you don't need Embiid for the whole season. You just want to get him to the playoff and get him healthy enough to let him rumble. It might steal you one because he can drop 50 in a given night. I would manage his minutes all year long with these young horses they got. Maxey playing 38, 40 minutes a game. So I'm keeping that young horse running. I'm keeping that young horse working. And everybody else gonna feed off my young bull. And then Brown gonna do what he do. He a young bull. He a young bull too, 29. Now they got some help around Embiid, so he don't have to go out there and go crazy. He can just sit back, be that veteran, get to that time where they need him to turn into that dude, and then turn into that dude. I would let them guards run and gun all year long, boy. Boy, I know Maxie happy as shit. He got somebody he can throw out to and Jaylen Brown that can run with him. Somebody who can defend like that. Boston crazy as hell. And we get it. Everybody gonna say, oh man, I told y'all it's because they didn't like his personality. Man, I don't give a damn. Let me tell you something. It's people, salute to you, Adrian. They said I got Dante Murray, Troy Murphy, for Jaylen Brown and picks trade, but this Boston got fleeced. No, Boston got them thinking about that bread. That new owner wasn't finna spend that. Jaylen Brown would have been up for a 2-year, $145 million contract. It would have made him the highest paid in the NBA. So they wasn't finna pay him that. But they should have. They should have got rid of their face. They like Brandon Tatum for some reason. He light skinned, got a cute kid, I guess. But from a basketball standpoint and a healthy standpoint, I'm going with Jaylen Brown. He has no major injuries. I don't give a damn if I don't really like him. I'm talking about he think he's the smartest player in the room. So this is the excuse that we gonna take. We gonna take that they don't like Jaylen Brown because he feel like he's the smartest guy in the room. When they keep NBA players on teams that got alcohol problems, they got goddamn cocaine problems, drug problems, they beat their wife, they got they keep players on the team that don't come to practice. Now all of a sudden, a guy who just think he's smart, now you don't like him so much, he got to go. We got to get him the fuck out of here. Like, why can't he be confident in himself? And the crazy part about it is, 9 times out of 10, he is the smartest person in the room when he in there. So what's the big fucking deal? You can't handle that this guy's smarter than you? I mean, that happened to me a lot, that I'm the smartest person in the room. Nah, let me stop bullshit. I don't want that pressure of being the smartest guy in the room. I want to sit back. I want you to think I'm dumb. Shit. Low expectations when you think I'm dumb. But my thing is this. Like I said, you got all these people who the NBA will love and praise. You got people that brought guns to the locker room and they kept them. But oh no, we got to get rid of the guy who is smart. And don't nobody want to like the guy that's smart. Like that don't make no sense. LeBron think he a basketball savant. LeBron think he the smartest motherfucker in every room we go in. They accept that because he the king. But for some reason, you trade away MVP just because he think he's smart. With all the people, we talking about people that don't even want to come to practice. And I ain't talking about AI. It's NBA players that used to go on drinking binges and shit in the playoffs. And the teams kept them. But you can't keep a guy that just think he's smart. My bad. Somebody called. But yeah, man, they just don't want to pump up a guy that can help these NBA players not go broke. That's making smart decisions. That's doing things like that because it just don't make no sense. It makes no sense to always make it about. They got these media pundits always talking about whether they like this guy or not. And I told you it's all about who we like. But there's way bigger, more players in the league that get away with so much more stuff. And Jaylen Brown is one of the guys that they keep talking negatively about. Stephen A gets on his platform. I told y'all, like he's some sort of genius. You ain't tell nobody shit. Them owners just don't want to pay. Them owners do not want to pay. 2 years, 145, that's a lot of grip. Is he worth that amount? Who knows? But 2 years, 145 is a lot of wallet. But the sad reality is, I told y'all, the media play up certain people and they play down certain people. Why do we hear so much about them not liking Jaylen Brown instead of the fans hearing about what he's doing off the court? I guarantee you, if fans heard more about what Jaylen Brown is about off the court, that he's the youngest guy that taught at a professor at Yale and all these different places. He taught, gave a speech at Yale. You know, he can build robots and all this shit. If more people knew about the good things about Jaylen Brown instead of having Stevie A get up there and bloviate all the things that people tell them they don't like about Jaylen Brown, because that could be their personal opinion. Why are we making someone's personal opinion give it legs through a media pundit like ESPN? That don't even make no sense. We're gonna let Stephen A give legs to someone's personal opinion about someone. And now that opinion is spreading around where it could affect someone's livelihood. That don't even make sense. But guess what? Philly gonna be the perfect place for him, because if he bring that community mindset to Philly, then he gonna have all black people rallying around him talking about building Black Wall Street. So they gonna make a lot of noise for Jaylen Brown in the community now. He talking Black Wall Street around a bunch of white folk in Boston. Now he talking Black Wall Street around Philly, which is a bunch of black folk. And it's a shame that it really is a shame that not more people are rallying around Jaylen Brown and saying, why are y'all focusing on talking down on this man and worrying about liking him or not instead of focusing on his game? When Stephen A. Smith was attacking me, he said that he was just saying whether I could play basketball or not. He said he was just doing his job. So why is his job changed from talking about basketball to now whether people like Jaylen Brown or not? I didn't know that was his job to tell it to the masses whether people like Jaylen Brown or not. See how Stephen A. job keeps switching? His job has now switched to telling people that that Jaylen Brown is not liked by the people in Boston. That's his job? The ethnic image of the black man is destroyed, and the media job is to keep it destroyed. That's why they don't want to talk about his outside work. Yeah, it's sad. Salute. We got a media pundit that's black that's talking more about negative things around Jaylen Brown's name from a few people that personally know Jaylen Brown allegedly in Boston. But that's supposed to supersede this man going to NASA. That's supposed to supersede that person's opinion, supersede everything else that we know about Jaylen Brown. That supersedes everything else we know about Jaylen Brown. That when he's been a winner all his life. In college, he's taking these advanced classes and not these freshman classes. All of this is supposed to supersede that. Then when I asked Stephen A., why do you disrespect black men the way you do? No, I don't. I was just doing my job. Kwame, you can't play basketball. From a motherfucker who can't play basketball. Speaking like that. Now, Jaylen Brown, it's not a question whether he can play basketball or not. And now Stephen A. is talking about everything but basketball. Why is that? Why is that, Stephen A.? If ain't social engineering, if this ain't what you've been doing to every black man since you done had a job, then why are you not talking about basketball? Shouldn't you only be talking about Jaylen Brown's game? You said you're doing your job, talking about the game. Journalism ain't talking about whether somebody like Jaylen Brown or not. I don't think none of the fans give a damn whether people like him or not. It's not about that, is it? And I said it's all about who we like. We're gonna make Jaylen Brown whole career about the people that like him or don't like him. That's wild. That is so wild to me. Stephen A. Smith never talks about basketball when it comes to Jaylen Brown. And when you call him to the square, he gets angry, he gets loud. He never want to atone for the imagery that he's putting out about this young man. When he can easily go and talk about the things that Jaylen Brown does in the community to combat whatever reason that they don't like about him. And if y'all think he's the smartest person in the room, we can make an argument that he might be. We can make an argument that he might be. And looking at what he's doing with his money and some of the projects and the things that he's involved in, how can you argue with him being the smartest person in the room? How can you argue with it? Now let me go ahead and get that link to Chucky and then drop this link. I think Philly instantly got better. That's a fact. And Philly instantly got better.
Yo, what up, Kwame?
What up with it?
Man, yeah, that trade is crazy. Celtics got fleeced for real. That's crazy.
Why do people say they got fleeced? They knew what they were doing.
Yeah, but come on, man. JB for a Paul George probably got 2 years left healthy. That ain't
Yeah, well
good, man.
they looking at the analytics. Paul George shoot a better
Hmm.
3-point percentage, and they average the same amount of numbers. And plus, they don't have to pay that 145 in two for 2 years that they would have had to pay Jaylen Brown in July.
That's true. That's true. But man, JB is in his prime right now. Paul George got maybe what, a year, 2 years left.
Oh, I'm with you, but they was in a
Dang.
must trade situation with Jaylen Brown because they
Yeah.
had already made the decision that they were going to keep Tatum. Now, what I think they should have done is get rid of Tatum. They should have put
Yeah. Why
Tatum out
nobody
there.
was talking about getting rid of Tatum?
because Tatum is their face, and for whatever
Yeah,
reason, they
that's
are
true.
high on Tatum.
That's true. That's true. So who you think had a better record this year, the Sixers or the Celtics?
Well, the Sixers ain't no. I don't think they're gonna be trash like people think. I
Man,
think they're
oh the
gonna be all right.
Celtics. Yeah,
I
yeah, they
mean
might
the
be alright.
Celtics. Sorry. The Celtics. I don't think the Celtics gonna be trash like people think. They're gonna be all right.
Yeah,
They
they're
got
gonna
a
be
good
alright.
young
They're gonna be
squad.
alright. Especially with Mitchell Robinson too. You can't forget about that. They signed him. But
They
man,
definitely signed him, but it would have been great to see him play with Jaylen Brown.
man, yeah, yeah, for sure. Man, that's just crazy though, man. I think the Sixers are probably. I mean, they probably go to the finals next year, man. My bad, it's a motorcycle and shit. But yeah, I think the
Well, it
Sixers.
depends on what Embiid does. If they can get a healthy
Yeah,
Embiid for the playoffs, they actually got a big three with
that's
Maxi
true.
Brown and Embiid. Embiid can give you 50. So
Yeah,
if
he just
if
gotta
I'm
stay healthy though. That's a
no,
fact.
not really. He just got to load manage. If he can load manage to the playoffs and get
Yeah,
healthy and get
yeah,
his
you
weight under
right.
control right after the All Star break, that's all you need with Embiid. He's not going to play a full season. That's not going to
You
ever
right.
happen.
You right. You right. It's got to get to the playoffs, but man, Jalen Brown's in his prime right now. I just think it was a horrible trade. I know they could have got more than that for him, man. 2 years removed from the Finals MVP. Come on
But just
now.
think about it. How many teams were in a position to be able to deal with that type of money that they're gonna have to pay him?
Yeah, it ain't many, man. You right. You right.
Not many teams
So
can handle that cash.
yeah, no, you right, man. You right. So if you was Philly, if you was Boston, who would have traded Jalen Brown to? Who would you would have tried to get back for him?
It seemed like they went after Giannis. They went after the big
Yeah,
fish.
yeah, they struck out
And
on
then
Giannis.
when they couldn't get Giannis, they just had him on the board like, look, we got to get the next best thing for him. And I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure not many teams are in the position that Philly is in.
man, that shit gonna be nasty next year, man. Whoo, you think they could beat New York, the Knicks?
In the playoff
Hell
series,
yeah,
with an Embiid healthy, facts they could
hell
beat New York.
yeah, hell yeah.
And
Man, I
that
know they
and that,
talking about
if
LeBron
I'm
could go.
Philly, I'm looking at it like this: we don't have to rush Embiid when he's hurt. We can let Embiid chill out till all season long if we have to, because we got two studs that can one
Yeah,
playing 38, 40 minutes already, and Maxi and Jay Brown can play the same amount of minutes. So you let them boys rock until it's time for the playoff basketball.
yeah,
And if
yeah.
B
That's
can
true.
be healthy, the whole playoffs is over with.
Yeah, no, no kidding. No, you right about that. They just gotta stay healthy and make sure Embiid plays though. That's the thing. He's so iffy. But man, that was a horrible trade, man. I know you probably disagree, but come on, man, they could have got more than that. I know you know it's in a contract and this and that, but come on, man,
No, no,
a Finals MVP,
I think if they could have got more than
man.
that, they would have. They would have got more than
Yeah,
that. Just
no,
think
you
about it.
right,
They
you
didn't
right,
want to. They
you
didn't
right.
want to do that trade. I don't think that's a
Yeah,
trade that they wanted to do. I think that's a
yeah,
trade that one of the owners. You got to think about it. They got new ownership. So I
man.
just think the ownership, like, no, we got to pull the trigger on this guy. We're not paying him. No way, shape, form
Yeah,
possible.
yeah, locker room shit getting awkward. I feel you, I feel you.
I
Man,
think
it's
they let
crazy.
Stephen A. them. I think they let the media and Stephen A. them trick them out of that trading their superstar. I can tell you
Yeah,
that.
no kidding about that, man. Media went on a run with Jalen Brown. It's crazy.
Well,
Man,
it ain't crazy. It's not crazy because athletes go broke 5 years after they're done playing. Jalen Brown is not going to be one of those athletes. Jalen
yeah, that
Brown is
nigga,
talking
he's
about.
smart.
Just think about
Yeah,
this. Hold on. Think about this. Jalen Brown is building Black Wall Street. He tried to do that in Boston. Why wouldn't the NBA, if that instead of talking about them not liking him, why wouldn't they talk about the things that he's doing? Because that would change the narrative. If most people that don't know
yeah,
Jalen Brown know that he's doing things like that, that's going to instantly make them like him.
yeah. No, you right, you right. Jalen Brown is different, man. That's a smart cat, man. I give my pass out to him for real, man. But I just wanted to pick your
What's
head
up,
with the
CC?
trade. You
All
know,
right,
it's
bro.
crazy. Okay, love, man. I'll fuck with you,
Yes, sir.
Kwame. Stay up,
All right,
man.
bro. Yes,
All
sir.
right, all right.
What's up, CC?
KB, what's up, bro? Can you hear me?
Chilling, man.
Yeah, man. I was just chiming in, man. I think Philly. I definitely think Philly won that trade, man. Jaylen and Tyrese Maxey gonna be big time. I just don't understand them breaking up Tatum and Brown, bro. Two elite wings like that. I understand all the noise about him being too smart, blah blah blah, man. But come on, bro, that's the
Man,
biggest
they had. Did you hear?
monster
Hey,
right
listen.
there.
Did you hear Chucky on my panel saying that the Denver Nuggets had a locker room full of thugs that was disoriented?
Man, yeah, yep, I
So
sure
come on,
did.
man. You already know that that's an agenda. The media had to come up with a narrative, and that's what Stephen A. and these guys get paid to do. They came up with a
Facts.
narrative so that people can say, well, oh, well, they just don't like Jaylen Brown because he's smart. Like, really? For all the
That,
reasons to trade somebody, he's too smart?
that's crazy. And I was gonna
That don't make no
piggyback off
motherfucking
what you
sense.
said. I was gonna piggyback off what you said, man. Stephen A. always crying when somebody call him out about being a sellout or coon, but this was his moment to be like, look, this man is a perfect example of what kind of athlete you want. He's smart. He don't get in no trouble. He ball out. And y'all mad talk because he's smart. This would have been Stephen A. chance to be like, I'm standing up for this brother. I don't want to hear none of that talk. He not doing nothing negative. He all about positivity. But what he
Now,
do?
wouldn't it have been good if Stephen A. would have said, "This brother is my friend," the same way he did for all the rest of the white people?
Exactly. That was his chance to do that, but he ain't gonna do that though.
And that's what he always does. And then when you, yep, when you make it plain to him and say, "This is what you do," like it's all about how you shape the story. You always soften the blow for our white counterparts, but when it comes to us, any story that hit the ground, he run with the narrative. He was the one
I
pushing that narrative.
Yep, yep. I agree. It's crazy, man.
When
But
Kyrie Irving, he said Stephen A. say all he talk is basketball. When Kyrie Irving denied that jab in his body, Stephen A. was talking about everything but basketball. You can't trust Kyrie. He's selfish. This and this and this. I'm like, damn, this is his body.
facts going crazy on me.
I don't know what people see, man. I just don't get it.
But overall, I agree with you too with micromanaging and B through the regular season, man. If they can just keep him healthy for the playoffs, I can at least see them going to the finals, man.
That's for sure. I see that all day long. I wouldn't be asking him to do nothing crazy. Just stay healthy
No,
to the playoff.
yep. Now, KB, I don't know who else like besides VJ, Brown, Maxey, and B. I don't really know about what the rest of the roster look like though. I have to check on that.
You can you hear me now?
Okay, yeah, I hear you now.
All right, you say without VJ, they got that dude VJ, they got Maxi, they got Embiid. I think they got Drummond. I don't know too many players that they got on that team, but I still think they
Oh,
with
okay.
that four right there, they got a shot.
Oh yeah, definitely. I definitely agree with that now. Yeah.
If they can get some guys that's gonna play defense and can hit an open shot, that is a winnable lineup right there. When you got two guys that can damn near play the whole game.
Yeah, they gonna be trouble, man. I really like Brown and Maxey together, man. I think they're gonna make some noise. If everybody stay healthy.
Mm-hmm. If they stay healthy, like with Embiid, my whole plan would be he the second half season player. My whole thing would be just let him just stay in basketball shape, and we second half we after the All Star break with him.
Definitely, man. I'm micromanaging him to death. He might be mad, but nah, bro. We need you in the playoffs.
Uh huh. Exactly. Fuck all that regular season 50. It's time for him
Yes,
to
sir.
shake 50. It's time for him to shake 50 in the playoff.
Yes, sir. We need him in the playoffs, but yeah, I really like Brown with Philly, man. I think they could make some noise.
Right. And then when Brown started doing all that off court stuff in that city of Philadelphia when everybody black, they're gonna appreciate him much more. And I hope the fans
Oh
get
yeah,
behind him and talk about the things that he does in the community. Cause
yeah,
that's like you said, that's what Stephen A. dumbass should have did.
yeah. Definitely, man. He definitely could have changed his whole narrative, but man, but he wake up every day to make his bosses money, so we know.
Right. And then anytime you try to have an educated conversation with him about that, like Stephen A., don't you think that's affecting the business? I'm just doing my job. No, doing your so are you agreeing with me that doing your job affect black men businesses? Because that's what he do. The way he framework the story, you can't
True.
trust them. They don't like him. Come on, man. How can you not like a guy with a Black Wall Street mentality? What do you mean you
Yeah.
don't like it?
Facts. Facts. We need that.
But he should have told him pistols to the locker room, and then he could have got a seat with Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, yeah,
You
I
know,
guess so.
Barack Obama go and sit in front of niggas that smoke weed all day and think they thugs. So you got to keep it real. I see now. You got to keep it real. They had Obama talking about slapping motherfuckers.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
A former president talking about they don't come. I'm more face to face. They don't come say it to the face. I'm like, what
Yeah,
the
yeah, that
hell this
was
old nigga
crazy.
gonna do if they do say it to his face?
Get folded up.
Man. Trump is the president. You can't raise your hand at the president. Trump can say whatever
Man,
to anybody goddamn face.
facts.
Nigga, the Secret Service gonna be right there. Shit. They had Obama talking like a goddamn crip.
Hey, I forgot. Did you what did you say about Stephen A and the all white Lakers comments?
Man, that goddamn Steve, cause Stephen A, I'm telling you, he a grifter. Cause he know damn well that if Paul and Pat McAfee said some shit like that, that motherfucker be crying bloody murder. Ah, this is why black people are marginalized all over the world. Ah, bitch ass motherfucker. I hate when people say shit like that because this is why white people get upset. They like, wait a minute, y'all think y'all can say whatever the fuck y'all want to say to us, but if we say that shit, then you gonna cry like little girl. That's
Facts.
why you get that's why you get black fatigue right there. Stupid ass comments like that go unchecked.
Because it wasn't even no purpose of bringing that up. I mean, yeah, okay, we see it, but like, bro, nobody really even thinking about it like that.
Man, I played on a Detroit Pistons team where we only had one white player, and nigga, he wasn't even from here. The whole team was black. The starting lineup, the second mother was from overseas, and he was a white boy.
And nobody thought nothing about it. Didn't make no
Ain't
big
no
deal
white
about
person get online and said, "Man, how can you win with all them blackies, them dark guys?"
it.
I can see them saying some shit like that right now, and Black Lives Matter coming out.
Oh yeah, oh man, on every network, every podcast.
And then they teaching people this dumb shit as if that's showing that you pro-black by being disrespectful, right? And then when they match your energy, when they match that disrespect, then you start crying. I don't believe in that shit. Quit fucking with people. Respect everybody.
Nah, yeah, that's true though. Yeah.
Do you see the girl punch Caitlin Clark in the throat? They gon' how the hell you gonna beat the money up like that? They gonna kill that little white girl, man.
Hey, well, they be sending Caitlyn through it, don't they?
No, can they just give her a break for like 2 seasons so they can keep getting the money? Them girls so
Man,
goddamn mad. They don't even want the money.
nah, heck nah. Hey, but you know
Yeah.
what? I think her fans be so crazy, and they kind of like just taking it out on her too. Cause
Uh huh.
she got some wild fans, but I guess the players be like, all right, I'm gonna punish her, cause
I'm
y'all
gonna tell
saying
you
that.
why them fans getting wild, cause they can see that shit every time they run into this girl. They put that extra shit on it.
Oh yeah,
They doing her like Jordan his first couple years. They just fucking her up, boy.
fact. See, hey, now look, my thing with that, like MJ, he did go through it. But man, by that point, you could tell like MJ was really one of them ones. Now, Caitlin nice, but I know some people be calling her the golden stuff already. I think she good, but I just don't think she gonna take over the league like MJ did.
No,
But
hell no. I don't think so
yeah,
either. But my thing is this since this motherfucker got there, y'all done up the revenue where everybody eating. She not even the best player in the league. Angel Wilson is the best player in the league. So why y'all can't let her keep getting her bag, keep getting her championships and her money, and all y'all ride off the back of the notoriety that she bringing to the league?
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
How
she
the hell
need to
you gonna
move
fuck the money?
on.
Don't fuck the money up with your emotion. What's up? Check it, check it, check it.
What's happening, people?
Salute, Chuck.
Man, listen here, man. Tell me what you're
What's
thinking,
poppin',
man.
baby?
Tell me
I'm
what you're
thinking.
thinking, man.
I'm trying to figure out what these folks thinking, man. Like, you give up a Jaylen Brown, a budding Jaylen Brown, a young guy in his prime. One of the best, probably the best two-way guard in the game. The sixth candidate in the MVP voting in 2026 for a 35-year-old that stayed hurt, that was suspended this past year, that didn't even make the All-Star game. You give him up for nothing. Like, what is the Celtics thinking about?
Man, listen. It had to be. His name was on the board. We gotta move this guy. We're gonna go for Giannis. If we can't get Giannis, get us the best deal possible. Cause they wasn't gonna pay that 2 year 145.
Hey, and I'm gonna tell you this. Say this. They traded the boy to somebody in their same fucking division.
Four
Yeah,
times a year, you gotta see that man. Salute to you, Chuck Mills. Stephen A is careless at times. They got to see that man 4 times a year. That's going to be a big problem. And if I'm Philadelphia, I'm letting Maxie rock out with Jaylen Brown all year, and we waiting on Embiid to get healthy for the second half of the season after the All Star break.
Man, and
So
Kwame, ain't it crazy though? Because me, you, and Kano was just talking yesterday about Philadelphia had made no moves.
you said it on the panel. You said Philly ain't make no moves yet, and then booyaka, booyaka. Philly said move.
A fucking major move. Now, I'll be
A
honest with you.
major move.
I thought that Jaylen Brown was gonna go to Charlotte. I won't lie to you. I thought they was gonna go to Charlotte because you know they had made a whole bunch of moves to get a whole bunch of first round picks. So I thought that they was kind of maneuvering themselves to try to get Jaylen Brown. And of all fucking places, he go to fucking Philadelphia.
Bro, if they healthy, if Embiid is healthy for the playoffs, I don't give a damn about the regular season. I don't give a damn if he played 16 games in the regular season. If he healthy for the playoffs, I got my money on the Sixers now that they got Brown.
My
You talking about the
God.
best two-way player mixed in with Maxey, a lightning rod that can score from anywhere.
Hey, look, and guess what else? Guess what else he gonna be able to do? Guess what Jaylen Brown gonna be able to do? Because his makeup, his size, and everything that he had when he first came into the league is damn near just like VJ Edgecombe's. So
Mm-hmm.
he gonna be able to teach that young boy the same thing. Now just imagine if them two on the wings locking up all the wings. I ain't seen nobody yet stop Tyrese Maxey.
nope,
Mm,
nope,
mm, mm, mm.
nope.
Can't nobody keep him in front.
Ain't nobody.
So now when they want to slow down, they get a chance to just dumping in to Embiid.
Or
Hey look,
Brown.
Lord knows they go out there and get another a decent power forward,
Ooh. Ooh.
right?
That's what's gonna hurt them. If they get a power forward that can shake a little bit, that's gonna be a problem.
That changes the whole dynamics. Now look how the lay of the land done changed in the East just that fast off of that one move.
Oh, it's power in the East now, boy. Detroit still good. Indiana gonna be better because Indiana, the old boy, gonna be healthy in Indiana this year.
Yeah, but Indiana got rid of a couple of pieces last year. They obviously they let your boy Miles go to Milwaukee, and then they let the other guard they best guard off the bench. They traded him I think to the Clippers or somewhere.
Yeah, but they're gonna be
But
back this year.
you got the Knicks who took a step backwards by letting Mitchell go unless they're gonna sign somebody else. But Dolan playing cheap right now because he's saying that they on the second apron, which means he don't want to get hit by the luxury tax.
Oh yeah. Nobody's gonna get hit by
Orlando,
that luxury tax no more. Ain't nobody paying that shit no more. They'll break the team
right?
up before they deal with that.
And Orlando's, I'm still waiting on them to make a move. They went out and got Vucevic. I don't know what that does for them because your
They
boy
went out and got who?
Franz, they went out and get Vucevic.
From
He can shoot,
Chicago?
right? He can shoot.
They got the 7 footer, that used to play at Orlando. He went to Chicago and then they traded him
Yeah,
back
the
to
one in
Chicago.
Chicago. Yeah.
Yeah, they
He
traded him
gonna be
from
good in
Chicago to
Orlando
Boston.
because he was consistent in Orlando. He was getting buckets, boy.
Yeah, he was doing his thing in Orlando, so he's back home.
Chicago had him playing like roaming the wing. He get down in the
Right.
paint, get bucket.
But like the whole lay of the
Hey,
land,
Cino
man.
said the Knicks are dead, bro. He said the Knicks are dead. What you think about that?
Well, they still got them 4 boys, so I wouldn't necessarily say that they're dead. But Mitchell, I think that they not really understanding how important of a role that big boy they had played, man. Like they
Yeah.
they they looking at him, they looking at him from he can't shoot free throws and he don't score in the paint. But when they
He
put
get them
Mitchell
in the
Robinson,
bonus.
when you put Mitchell Robinson in the game, one, he gets you in the bonus. Two, you ain't just walking in there making a layup.
Nah.
And the thing that's underrated for his size, you can switch the pick and roll and he can keep guards in front.
Absolutely.
He can still disrupt their shot, and that's
Absolutely.
invaluable when it comes to the playoff time to have a big that can move like
And,
that.
and a lot of people don't understand that, KB. A lot of people don't like basketball is more than just scoring points. Like I watch Mitchell Robinson go set a pick and roll and then hold his man off in the middle of the lane and Jalen Bronson come off for a second pick in the middle of the lane. I watched him do that the whole series in San Antonio.
Them easy layups that Brunson was getting because of those seal-offs of that
Yep,
young man, that's over with.
yep,
He
yeah,
was
for
those
real.
duck ins that he was doing. His understanding of the game was getting easy layups for Brunson.
Yeah, absolutely.
So people that understand basketball will understand that you got to pencil that in. You got to give an asterisk for that point for Mitchell. But if you're not a GM, if you don't understand basketball, if you don't understand what that man brings to the game.
And a lot of times we as fans that be our problem. We looking for the highlights. We looking for the ball to go through the net, right? Like that man brought something to that team that they gonna miss. And I'm gonna tell you something else. You know how it is, Kwame. When you got a guy, I'll use Ben Wallace for an example. When you got Ben Wallace standing next to you, there's a different confidence that you have because you know if you fuck up, he got your back,
Ben
right?
guard pressed up on his man. He really can't even play defense like that. But if you got Ben Wallace back there, you just trying to make it harder on a guy.
There you go. You got Mitchell Robinson back there. Hey man, at 7 feet, move like a guard, and he heavy. You can't just move him around. Like that boy played an important piece, and he laid on Wemby in them finals.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Wemby who?
Hey,
When that boy was out there, Wemby who?
Right.
can
And
I ask y'all this?
that's the thing about it. Go ahead, bro. My bad.
No, I was just gonna say, do y'all think that the pressure gonna be on Tatum now to have a good a season as the Celtics had last year, when he was out and Jaylen carried him to a number 2 seed? Do y'all think he gotta at least match that? What y'all think about how he gotta play next season?
Ooh.
They're not gonna give him that same kind of pressure because they done made him their darling. But he should have to own up to that, in my opinion.
I
That's
think
who they
I think
chose over Brown. He should have to show and prove why.
I think he's gonna have that type of pressure, and I think he knows that. And a player of his caliber, I would think that he would want to embrace that challenge. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
as players, we're like basketball players, like guys are very very competitive.
He
Hey,
should
look.
have asked for after he tore that Achilles. He should have asked for Brown to stay because I don't see it coming back like it was.
Well, I
Yeah.
don't. It's going. First of all, he got to be the same.
He's not gonna be the same after that Achilles, bro. I
You
ain't
know what
never
I'm
seen a
saying?
player turn into what they used to be after tearing an Achilles.
And them fans in Boston, right? Them fans. There's only one set of fans that's equivalent to the ones that are in Boston, and that's the Los Angeles Lakers fan base.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, every year them people are expecting it's championship or bust.
Yep. And
So
they ain't trying to hear nothing else.
and they ain't
Yeah,
trying to
man.
hit nothing else. And if you're looking at social media like I have today, right? Farewell, Jaylen Brown. I've seen so many Instagram posts, so many Twitter posts of, what are we doing? What is the Celtics organization doing? Blah, 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 blah. Like, the fan base really loved that dude in Boston.
Yeah.
How can you not like a guy who's building Black Wall Street off the court? And here's what we said before you got up here, right? Here's my thing with Stephen A. If why are you the one to spread the information that people don't like him in Boston? What there would have been his time to say, "Hey, man, look at what Jaylen Brown is doing off the court. Look at all the stuff he's doing in Oakland. Look at the initiatives that he's taking." And you guys are saying Black Lives Matter. How can you not like a guy that's doing what he's doing off the court?
Well,
He never highlighted that side of it.
you take that for what it's worth, right? Because I take it as this, like Stephen A. gonna be Stephen A. Bro. Like his line of work requires him to do certain things, and him and Jaylen Brown have been going back and forth with each other for a minute now. You know what I'm saying? From the Celtics winning the championship in 2024, and Jaylen Brown walking around with the State Your Source T-shirt on, and from that point on, they've been kind of at each other. So anything that Jaylen Brown does, if it ain't, if
I
it
thought he
ain't,
said he was a journalist, bro, that he don't get personal.
That's what he said.
That's what he
listen,
said out his mouth.
hey Kwame, a lot of people say a lot of things. You can make your hey look, you can make your mouth fried chicken.
No, he acted like he was gonna slap the shit out of Jay Will. Talking about, don't you insult my intelligence. You don't insult my integrity. All this other shit. Then he come out and say, yeah, it was personal with Kyrie.
Yeah, bro, all of that was made for TV, man. Like I respect
That nigga
Stephen
got
A.
to
I
stop
understand
getting
what he's
personal,
saying.
bro. He got
Well,
to
I
stop
mean,
getting personal because my thing is this: you can't just be walking around here pretending to be down with black folks, pretending to be a Q dog, and then when it's time for you to stand in the gap, every white man that do something wrong, he they friend. Dana White slap his wife, that's my friend. Why not say Jaylen Brown is my friend? And if you know what my friend is doing off the court, and let me give you and humanize this brother a little bit. Don't you think that would have softened the blow of the media going with that narrative?
I think it would, but you have to like we have to understand the personality and the sources of these guys, bro. These guys, you know, a lot of times they say certain things, and sometimes they may mean well, but deep inside they feel a certain way about it, and it comes out in different ways. Oh yeah, I ain't mad, it ain't personal, but yet every time I say something, you got something to say about what I said. Sounds a little personal to me because if it wasn't personal, it wouldn't mean nothing to you.
That shit crazy, man. He
Hey man,
always got something negative to say about Jaylen Brown. And never showed nothing positive. This man should have been viewed as Stephen A. Like this brother CC said on the panel earlier. He like, dog, this could have been the time that he said we need more NBA players to model after Jaylen Brown. This man don't get in no trouble. This man take care of his body. He's available to play. He negotiates his own contract. He gives back to the community, both in America and abroad. Like, what the fuck else do you want somebody to be? You want this nigga to be perfect?
No, I
Hey,
want him to be what.
KB, you know something else he do? Oh, my bad, Chuck.
No, no, go ahead, go ahead.
Something else Stephen A. love to do, he like to give a backhanded compliment. Because on one hand, he'd be like, "Oh, we know that Jaylen Brown is a dog. He was an MVP candidate. Blah blah blah." And then turn around and diss him like, "Bro, you can't do both. Just because you gave him props for balling on the court, don't mean you can turn around and throw him under the bus with these stupid accusations you do." I hate when he do that. He feel like he
Well,
can
that's what they've been taught to
attack.
do. That's in the media training
Yeah,
handbook. They be like, "Look here, I don't mean to be rude." And then they rude as shit
yeah,
ever after that. They think that clear them to do
facts.
whatever after they say that. And that's what
Yeah,
he do. They Kendrick Perkins, all of them, they'll give you a compliment. This is a great person. This is a great this. This is a great that. But and then they go ahead and eviscerate your ass.
Hey
that
man, that's
butt
what they paid.
coming.
That's what they paid to do. So you can't take it personal.
But he can't take it personal now that people are responding to his ass. Now that people caught on, cut the shenanigans. You get paid to do your job. Now other people get paid to report. And Jaylen Brown will get paid to talk about him with the bullshit. So
And
now it's everybody's job. We're gonna keep
the
everybody above board.
the
Now we can
beautiful
know who the niggas that's getting paid just to talk down on folks for real, for real.
the beautiful thing about today and today's time, as it stands right now, 2026, is everybody can have their own platform. So guess what? If you want to talk about me and ridicule me and what I do and how I think and what I'm trying to accomplish and the things that I don't do, keep that same energy when I do the same thing on my platform. Don't take it personal. Swallow it just like I do. We didn't have that back in the day, Kwame. We couldn't do that. And now I'll give Stephen A. credit because he's been putting a lot of guys on. You know, I'm watching him on there with Mace. I'm watching him. You know, he a lot of guys have taken and have modeled some of the things that they've done off of him. But at some point in time, you know, you got to keep your feelings out of it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I agree. But they ain't gonna keep their feelings out of it because Jaylen Brown, he that dude, man. They don't want to see more Jaylen Brown. I told Jaylen Brown he need to bring a pistol to the locker room. He'll be number one.
No,
They'll put him in
hey,
front of the
look,
community then.
hey, look, man. No, sir. Don't do that, Jaylen. Don't do that.
They'll put and look,
What
they'll
you been
put
doing, man?
No, I
Hey,
ain't saying he should do it. But if
hey,
he want to have more stardom and more
I know that.
popularity with us, yeah,
I
that's
know.
what he got to do.
I know what you're saying, bro. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. But you know what the saying goes, right? If they ain't talking about you, you ain't doing nothing.
Hello.
That brother doing this. That brother doing this thing, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of him. I hate the fact that you know the Celtics done. You know, but I mean that's business. You know, that's business, and that's the it's happened to all of us, the majority of us. I ain't gonna say all of us. It's happened to the majority of us.
And now I'm gonna ask you this: what you think about LeBron to Philly? Because everybody gonna throw their hat in the sweepstakes, and if he talking about winning, Jaylen Brown, LeBron, Maxey,
I
VJ,
mean,
and
that would be the, in my opinion, that would probably be a better place for him, a better landing spot for him than Golden State because those
yeah,
guys are
because it's
young.
mixed
Those
with
guys,
young and old.
yeah, those guys are young. They're youthful. You know what I mean? But like I told y'all, man, LeBron like attention, bro. He loves that attention.
Man, you know
And
how much attention he'll get in the city of brotherly love. He carries his ass to Philly, and they actually
yeah,
win.
is that I think he'll get the love from Philly, but he want the big splash joint, man. He want the big splash joint. Who the most
Yeah,
popular player on Philly? Who the most popular player on Philly's team?
Maxi.
Maxie is more popular than Jaylen Brown.
Uh,
That depends
nobody.
on
They
Lowe's.
say nobody don't like Jaylen Brown, so I guess it would be Embiid.
Okay, now the only place in the NBA where LeBron James can go, where there's a player with just as much, if not more, popularity than him, is to the Golden State Warriors.
Do he want to share that limelight with Steph, or do he want to be the guy? Because if he go to
He ain't
Philly,
got. Listen, he
he's
ain't
the
got.
guy.
He ain't got. He ain't. He ain't gonna be the guy in Philly. The days of LeBron James being the guy is over with. He's
No,
the
I'm
help now.
saying like if he was to go to Philly, the buzz around that, he could potentially be the number 2 in Philly. They would defer to
He
LeBron.
ain't gonna be. He ain't gonna be 1 or 2 in Philly.
They would defer to LeBron, bro.
Shit. Maxie
Who?
ain't
What you
deferring to
mean?
no. Maxie ain't deferring to
No,
nobody.
Maxie number 1. I think Jaylen Brown's game is
I
wrapped
don't.
around to where he'll
Kwame, this
go get
man
it
been
off the
asking.
rim. His game is he gonna get his in the ebb and flow
KB.
of the offense.
KB. This man has been asking for his own team. He ain't
Who?
willing to. Jaylen Brown been asking for his own team.
Oh,
He not finna go and defer to nobody, man. That man, listen, he going away right now. He's trying to be the guy or the next thing. He not finna be third fiddle. I can tell you that. And definitely he ain't finna be third fiddle to LeBron. Not at this now. Not at this late in the game for LeBron. And that's not taking away nothing from Bron. But man, come on, man. If LeBron James is your best player, you probably struggling to get into the playoffs.
man, don't say that. That shit, that man averaged some of the top in the league, man. You know what
If
LeBron
Bron
averaged
is your
last year,
best
bro?
player, you might be struggling to be in the playoffs.
Well, what if
Not
he
that
your
he
number?
don't have
What if he your
talent.
number 2
Not
though?
that he can't put up numbers because he can do that. But
What if he your
I
number
mean,
2 though?
look at the Lakers. Look at the Lakers last year, bro.
Can you hear me?
He
Can you
put up
hear me?
great numbers.
Oh, he can't hear
What
shit.
seed were they in the playoffs?
My phone fucking up. Must be.
I can't hear you, bro. You got your mute on.
I'm coming in on the other one. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Bron,
Yo,
Bron,
yo.
Bron is your best player.
Can you hear me now?
Probably struggling in the playoffs.
Hello,
You're probably
Chuck. You got damn.
if Bron is your best player, you're struggling in the playoffs, bro. Yeah.
Computer. Let me remove this one. Can you hear me? Is this live? Yeah, this live. Oh, that's Chucky can't hear now. Okay. I got my other screen up. Let me remove that one. Can you hear me now? Yo, can you hear me now? The hell going on with StreamYard, bro? They hear me, but Chuck, you on the screen? Damn, we can't hear Chuck. This StreamYard shit tripping, bro. Okay, I agree with Bron. You're gonna have to I'm gonna drop the link again. Drop down and come back on this computer. You're gonna drop down and come back. But yeah, man, I think to me, Bron gonna have to go to I think he'll do a better job going to Phillies with some younger players opposed to going out to Golden State. But I do agree with Chuck. He probably gonna take the star power. Where you think Bronny going? I think Bronny going to Call of Duty, wherever his seat at, whatever his favorite chair is. He going to a Call of Duty chair near you. Bronny gonna be available for all the Call of Duty tournaments, all the goddamn Fortnite tournaments. Bronny is gonna be there at all of them. Because now that the Lakers that paid him that money, his daddy left. Goddamn, LeBron gonna be at all the Call of Duty fairs. Bronny gonna be at all the Call of Duty fairs.
What?
Bronny James, they asked me where he gonna get traded to. I said, well, he gonna be available to go to all the Call of Duty events and tournaments because they gonna cut his ass as soon as the season start.
Damn, Kwame.
You don't think so?
I hope not.
You don't. I ain't asking you like what you hope. I'm
I
asking you
hope
about
not.
that's a roster.
Hey, look, I actually love Lil Brunny, man. It good. I love
Hey,
Lil
I ain't,
Brunny,
hey,
man.
they was asking me about business. I can love him too, but if you ask me about basketball, his ass gonna be playing Call of Duty.
Damn. Well,
You know it and I know it. Based on your response, you know it. You talking about love and shit. They ain't ask me about no
yeah,
love.
yeah. I guess you're right. Yeah, with you when you're right.
Yeah. If somebody asks you, did Kwame catch the ball? You ain't gonna talk about no love. You gonna say hell no.
Hell no, he ain't catch that motherfucker. I wanted to stop throwing it to his ass, but
But I kept fucking
that's
with
my dog.
you. Yeah, right. Shit, nigga. I don't know why. Hey, look, I don't know how you done turned this sensitive all of a sudden, nigga. Yeah, hey, I
Man,
don't know this.
I mean,
You done
you
got
know,
old. That's what it is.
I know, man. As a fan of the game, man, I'm a fan of Bronny, so I wanna,
No, 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 no. Hell no. I need the
I
old
wanna,
Chucky. I don't want to hear that bullshit.
I wanna say that he's gonna be around, but you know how this shit is, man.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Just flash back to the old Chucky for 1 second and tell me the truth.
Hell
Do
no, he ain't gonna be on nobody's roster.
this nigga crazy. He didn't even let it come out. Hell no, he ain't gonna be on nobody roster. Yeah, man. Let's flash back this shit to the old Chucky real quick. I think he bullshit. They talk about Gil about to clip that up. Man, listen, man, you got to tell the truth sometimes. Bronny is a nice kid. All the reports about Bronny is that he's a nice kid. He's a humble kid, and that's great. But they talking about basketball and where they think he gonna go. And I don't think I think he going to play Fortnite. That's just me. Now, Chucky, you can tell me what you think. Now I'll go on mute. Chuck, where the hell you at? Oh shit, his mic done fucked up again. Let me drop the link. I can't hear you if you're talking, Chuck. Bronny going to the Charlotte Bobcats for what? Shit. That's a bad link. That's a bad link. I'm in that show. Oh man, here they go with this bullshit. How come is a Jetta? How come Jetta got on the link? Yeah, that's a
Yo,
bad link.
yeah, no, this a good one right here.
All right, I'm putting the new one in there again, man.
Hey, Kwame,
I can hear you, bro. Go ahead.
bro, I was thinking what a lot of people not saying is you notice LeBron the only player that ain't on the team yet. Ain't nobody picking him up. They making it like they not speaking on it like they make it like he could just go anywhere he want. But why every other player already on the team that they going to, LeBron he the only one sitting out. Ain't nobody picking him up yet.
I don't think he has the buzz around his name like they tried to make out in the media. I think he's trying to find the best situation for the storyline. Golden State has a great storyline, but if you didn't want to stay in the Lakers for the money that they had for you, then what would make you want to go to the Golden State? Because they only have a certain amount of money they can give.
Yeah, I think he probably trying to negotiate too much. Like he want the money, he want a lot of money and shit. He gonna have to humble himself, bro, if he want to get really play another season.
How can you humble yourself when motherfuckers been calling you the king since a teenager?
He the chosen one.
Yeah, he got chosen one on his back. You think he finna humble himself? Hell no.
Hey, he gonna be sitting out, bro.
Nah, he ain't gonna sit out. Somebody gonna give him something.
Hey, salute,
What's up,
fellas.
bro?
How you guys doing, man?
Chilling.
Good, man. Good, man. Great conversation, man. I'll make it quick, Kwame. I'm here in California, man. I'm in Northern Cal, Sacramento. I remember seeing Jaylen Brown at Cal University. Got a chance to meet him years and years ago. Very intelligent guy, right? And I like when you said that, he's black, he's rich, he's straightforward, he's outspoken. I don't see anything wrong with that. And when this trade went down, to me, Kwame, it was more about something personal than basketball. And so, I believe in basketball karma, and the Celtics got what's coming to them, right? You don't trade a
That's
guy
what
like
I
that.
said. They gonna get their ass whipped.
Yeah, yeah. So, listen, the basketball gods will have the last say so when this is all said and done. And so, this was obviously more than just basketball. And so, we'll see. And then, real quick, too, any team that brings on LeBron James to their franchise, again, they're going to get what they deserve, which is pure dysfunction, chaos, and of the highest order. And so, if you're the Sixers, I don't bring in a guy like that to ruin my team, ruin my atmosphere.
Okay, so let me ask you this. It's gonna be so. I gotta ask you this for the LeBron fan. It's
Okay.
gonna be so many fans that talk about his numbers and what he did last year and all this. What do you say to that?
Empty stats, empty numbers, empty calories, not impactful. Listen, I mean, I can turn on ESPN and see a guy scores 25, 5 and 5, but I need to watch the game and judge his impact, right? How is he impacting basketball, right? It's like we're
Mm,
we're, we're in a time now, Chucky, where guys are
mm.
being praised for stats, and that's just not how I view basketball, right? And so he don't play no defense, right? I think the LeBron James offense is
Okay, let
about.
me ask you this. He's 40 years old. What are you gonna say to the people that says he's 40? Why would you expect a 40-year-old to play defense?
Because it's about winning and it's about setting a standard for the young guys. I mean, every time you lace them up, you're
What?
trying to compete and stand out. I mean, you can
Why
never
not?
tell Kendrick. Go ahead.
Why not be because he out there?
Well,
What
facts,
do you
Chucky.
mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah. Why
facts.
not be? Why not? Why That's a simple answer, Kwame. Because he out there. This is what I always tell people, right? I always say this. I'm so glad you said what you said because you're so right. What do you do? What are you doing to impact winning? Right, man. Listen, a guy
His
like LeBron
legacy, what he
James.
brought to
I,
the game. I'm just gonna fire off what ESPN gonna say. What about his
yeah.
legacy? What about
Well,
what he brings to the
okay.
game?
Well, this ain't ESPN. That's why we on. That's why we on bus life right now, so we can talk what how we really feel. Like I always say this about LeBron or any of these superstar guys. When you got a guy that's as talented as LeBron James, he can fall out of the bed and get you 25, 5 and 5. He's only been playing against the same 30 NBA teams for 20 plus years. He know how everybody's going to defend him. He understands what the referees are going to give him. So for him to get out there and score 25, 5 and 5, that's why I be laughing when I be hearing guys go, "Oh, LeBron James is doing it at the age of 40. He's defying father time." And I'm like, bro, this man can fall out of the fucking bed. He could be 50 years old. He gonna fall out of the bed. He can still get you 25, 5 and 5. What happens in the last 4 minutes of the game when the game is on the line? A lot of times he's standing out there on the perimeter now watching somebody else do what he used to do, and
he
rightfully so.
disappeared.
That's a
And
great point,
rightfully
Chucky.
so.
And Chucky, don't forget, man, Rich Paul and LeBron James' message is he wants to win. And so if winning is first priority and you prioritize that, then when you lace them up and the ball gets tipped up in the air, then shouldn't defense and a good style of play offensively, shouldn't that be the standard? Like, why are we lowering
Absolutely.
the measuring stick for this guy? Like, Kobe Bryant would never allow this to happen. MJ, are you kidding me? And so,
What?
Chucky, I mean, you're old school, bro. And so I love how you attack the game, your demeanor, your attitude. I mean, listen, why do we call guys two-way players or specialists? This is basketball, bro. Like, shouldn't you be required to play defense and offense in today's league?
It depends
Yeah,
on who you are. It depends on who you are.
but yeah, because when
Okay.
you play basketball, you gotta play both ends of the floor. And it's gonna be 4-on-1. No, I mean 4-on-5.
Yeah, but again, it depends on who you are, right?
Chucky, can you break that down quick for him? I mean, Can you break that down? Why you're saying that statement right
Okay,
there?
so the reason why I'm saying that is take a guy like James Harden, right? When James Harden was in Houston and he was really in his heyday and he was being the MVP candidate, he wasn't really required to play any defense. How they looked at him upon his team was he is our ultimate offensive weapon. If he's playing any defense, then he can't give us what he's supposed to give us on the offensive end. The same way
And
that the
preach,
Lakers,
preacher, preach,
hey,
preacher.
listen, the same exact way the Lakers are looking at Luka. Hey man, do you
Okay,
think that they're
so
requiring Luka to play any defense? No. Hey man, we want Luka with the ball. We want him to do everything he want to do offensively, but we got to surround him with 3-and-D guys.
Chucky,
They
I
tell,
disagree.
they telling Luca no blow bys, no blow bys, and that's with any player. Run back on defense because we can't help you if you do that. Run back on defense and no blow bys, and they can help you with pretty much anything else.
Now, old school basketball, if your ass is out there, you required to do both ways. Because guess what? Because they'll pick on your ass.
Oh my good, but boy, they picking that scab. Let somebody score on you one time. It's repeat. When we played, you had to stop what they was doing
Now,
before they moved on. They'll run the same play 7 times
why,
if your duck ass can't
why, why,
stop nobody.
why do you think they're changing the rules? Remember back in the day, you used to have illegal defense where you had to play man to man. There was no zones.
Exactly.
Now
Well,
you can
Chucky,
play
I
zone. You
guess.
can now you can zone a guy up.
Yeah, I'm saying it's all about who we like. It's been all about who we like. I told y'all that. I been can see it.
It's
Listen,
much. It's a
it's
listen.
certain players that can have the
Don't
same
forget.
behavior as others, but if they don't have a name, they're gonna talk about it in a different way. Point blank. Period.
Well, this is
That's how
why I
that works.
appreciate. Hey, Chucky. Well, then, based on what
Yes.
you just said, then, and I understand what you're saying. I don't agree with it, but I guess this is why I appreciate a Larry Brown, who I think who you played
I
under, right? You think
absolutely,
he will allow
absolutely,
Chauncey Billups to? I mean, I remember Chauncey having a great game. Scored 30, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, and Larry Brown was still upset about some turnovers. And so
absolutely.
the standard is just it's at an all-time low. And so, is that
Okay.
more on the players or the coaching staff? Because
I
what
think I
coach in
think
his
it's
right mind would allow that or would
I
allow
think
that?
okay. Let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question. And
Okay.
you're absolutely right about everything you're saying. All right, you're absolutely right about everything that you're saying. The last coach that we had that reminded you of a Larry Brown type was a Greg Popovich, right? Right?
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay.
I can give you that.
Okay. Tell me who is coaching right now in the game that you could say he's a disciplinarian, and if he ain't get and if you ain't giving him what he
Nobody,
needs, he
nobody,
gon' he gon' he gon'
nobody.
he gon' chastise you or he gonna get on you. Name me one.
You know who is another coach like that I respect? R.I.P. Paul Silas. He don't give a fuck who you is. He old school. No matter
Yeah,
the name on the jersey, he
Those are
expect
old
you to
school.
be there at this time. He
I know
expect certain
Popovich,
things.
right?
It's
Those
benchmarks. It's not about
those
the player.
those coaches are obsolete now. They
Yeah,
don't
that
even
now
exist in the
now their
league no more.
coaches sip wine with the players.
Can we take it a step further, Chucky? The
That's
organizations,
right.
you got players going above coaches, going right to GMs and upper management now, and so the organization
Absolutely.
No,
needs
that
to
ain't players now. That ain't players. Y'all gotta call a spade a spade. It's the superstar players.
Okay, my bad, Kwame. Correct.
No, it's the superstars because guess what? They have made this league such a superstar driven league that it's all about this elitist bullshit. It's LeBron and the Lakers, and they've been started doing that years ago. But when you start letting players get direct access to a GM and they buddy like that, that's no good.
I agree with that. That's a
There's
good
a
point.
chain of a command that should never be broken.
Yeah, yeah. Mike
What's
Malone.
up, Jake?
What's going on? Can you hear me?
We got you.
Can you hear me good?
Yeah, we got you. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I just want to speak on the Jalen Brown situation real quick. I just think that the Celtics organization and everybody's a little bit sensitive about what he said. The man said what he said. He said it was his best season. And I think they just took it personal. And I think they, like you said, they ran with Stephen A's narrative. Just the fact that Jason Tatum was hurt. And he said that while he was hurt, that's why everybody got in his feelings. But he said what he said. You know what I mean? It was his best season. And they just pretty much got in their feelings about that. Um, about where LeBron is going, it just really depends on if LeBron really wants to win a championship or not, because they said it's about his happiness. That's where his stand is at. So I think his best
That
contender
sounded
to
very
win.
girlish too. It's about whether I'm happy or not. Like, what
Yeah,
the,
yeah. I think his best bet, if he's truly wants to win a championship, is probably to sit back, see how the trade is gonna go, see how the teams play out. How I'm looking right now will probably be either like the 76ers or the Heat. Now everybody's saying the Warriors. And I think that's just this old fantasy that we think is gonna, it's just cool to see. But them winning, I don't think so. I don't see them winning. I think him
Hey
going to
Jay,
the 76ers or the Heat, where he can kind of sit back, chill, and lay back. He didn't have to defend as much, and I think that's the best contender for him to win. It's either 76ers or the Heat. I don't see
what do
him
you
winning
think
with
is
the
the back
Warriors.
end,
It'll
Chuck?
look good though. It'll be entertaining, but for them to actually win,
well,
I
what you
don't
think
believe
about
so.
what Chucky said? Chucky said he's an entertainer, so he want to go with the biggest name, and he want to stand next to the biggest names. What you think about that?
LeBron wants to stand to the biggest name.
Yeah, 'cause he's tied with Stephen Curry for the amount of championships. That was his biggest
Like,
rival. They played each other umpteen time in the playoffs. Now they're gonna be on the same court. That's the storyline. That's the biggest storyline.
yeah. Oh, he just played with Luca. I mean, Luca's a big name, so I don't know how much.
He not bigger than Stephen Curry. His name ain't bigger than Curry.
It's not bigger than Curry, but if that's just that's what LeBron wants to go. I mean, if it's just about him playing with a big name, then. But I don't know.
Well, time will tell. I think time will tell, but I mean, to me, right? It's already been set in stone.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's already been set in stone. If y'all been watching, I've been watching. I watched LeBron and Draymond Green being. I watched them being in Paris or somewhere last week together. All right,
Oh yeah.
they're being represented by the same guys. If you're Draymond Green and if you're Draymond Green and you've been hanging out with LeBron James and you got a chance to opt into a $37 million 1 year deal and you don't do it, you got to know something that I don't know.
Right. Right.
Hey Jay Entertainment, man.
Like
When you
Ain't nowhere in the hell I ain't opted in my $37 million.
not
What
not
the
not
fuck?
not not yeah, let's like for real, fellas. Like let's be sensible. You got a 1 year $37 million deal. You done hung out with this guy a whole week. I ain't turning down no 37 million, and I'm at the end of my career too. Unless you done told me, hey man, okay, this is how we gonna make this work.
That's a good point, Chucky. And wherever he goes, Chucky, I'm only concerned about basketball and how and how he fits. And my question becomes, wherever he goes, what is he doing off ball? What is he doing to impact defense? Jay Taymor just says that he can go to Philly and just chill out and play defense sometimes. Nah, bruh. This is listen. Like, don't go to Philly and ruin what they got going on over there moving forward. And so again, like either he gonna give 1,000% and defend and play offense and settle into his position because there's a pecking order, or he needs to retire. And I'm leaning towards retirement, bro. Like, why can't this dude just retire? He's no longer an impactful winning player on that level. I don't care about stats no more, Chucky. Like that, I mean, it's 2026, like you said, bro. We had like 8 guys last year averaging damn near 25 and more. So I don't care about no stats. Like, let's talk basketball on the court, Jay Entertainment. What's he doing off ball when Tyrese and Brown are cooking? What's he doing? He ain't setting no screens. He ain't going back door. What's he doing?
And that's why I don't think that it'll work. It will work with the Warriors
Okay,
because
cool.
he'll have to. It won't work in that system where he has to be able to run around set plays. You know how the Warriors system is. And I'm not saying LeBron doesn't have to play any defense, but he won't have to play as much. When you got Giannis and Bam down there, he wouldn't have to play as much defense. So
Guys,
I'm not saying
I
he doesn't
agree.
have to play defense at all, but when you have the defensive anchors on the team, he can kind of chill a little bit.
That might work during the season, bro. But in the
I just
postseason,
think
you
I
got
just think
two good.
LeBron throws off a lot of like really any team's game style. Like, cause even if you go to the Warriors, like you just said, the Warriors play like real like they got their own like game style how they play. So I hear people say LeBron he gonna be the point guard. So it's like you gonna take the ball out of Steph hand. Steph usually the point guard, and he play unselfish. Like he come off screens and
Nah,
get the
Jetta, hold on
goals.
though, Jetta, don't rule that out though, because is just as dangerous off the ball as on the ball, and LeBron can see over the defense now.
Yeah.
Don't rule that out now.
No, but that's true. But what I'm saying is, if you look how Steph plays, though, he plays off the ball, but he does a lot of giving goals. Like he'll give it to Draymond, come off a quick screen, and then get it right back and shoot it. So it's like where LeBron gonna play into that? Can LeBron play like that?
Of course, he can. But can I set
Yes,
up a
he
scenario?
can, bro. I'm
Can
telling
I?
you, and he's a good passer over the defense. So what I'm saying is, he don't gotta play like that. The reason why Steph Curry do all them giving goals is because he don't have a player like LeBron. You have Steph Curry with LeBron at the top, who's a threat, and have Steph Curry running around, who got that Reggie Miller type of run around. That could be
Yeah.
a problem.
Can I set up a scenario for y'all?
Go ahead.
Okay. This is what I want y'all to think of. Each and every person that's on this live, you are LeBron James. All right. You have to know his. You have to know his mentality. You have to know how he kind of thinks. Okay. LeBron James is chasing the GOAT acronym. He wants to be considered the greatest of all time. If he goes to Philly or he goes to Miami and they lose, because there's going to be an expectation for him to win it all if he goes to one of those two teams. If he loses, that debate goes out of the window. Okay? If he goes to Golden State, oh man, them old guys, man, ain't nobody going to expect him to win. He
I
can play
want
the. Go ahead.
I want to see how I do want to see him on Golden State though, because that's gonna be fun to watch. It's gonna be like the old stars, the old generation going against the new stars, the new generation.
Can I? Hey, look. If LeBron James win a championship in Golden State, will it hold more value than if he won it in if he won it in Philadelphia or in Miami?
A little bit, probably, yeah.
Okay, that's
It
why.
would mean more to the media and all the darlings that would talk it up.
Okay, that's why he going there.
But you know what it
You
would
know,
do
why
though?
you come up here dressed like a gangster, man? What the hell?
Hey, but
It's Pooh Shiesty Cino up this motherfucker.
hey, hey, but if he go to the Warriors and win one with the Warriors, what it would do to his legacy though, it would make Steph and him still have the same amount of championships though.
Hey, listen. You don't never hear Steph Curry's name mentioned as the greatest of all time.
Right. So he don't give a damn about that.
If
So they
LeBron
not gonna put Steph Curry up there. If they do have the
if
same, they gonna still talk
if
about LeBron.
if LeBron James win a championship in Golden State, you're gonna start hearing more of the GOAT, the greatest of all time,
Not
when
for
his
me
name
though.
mentioned.
Not for me.
Well, not hey, listen. Hey,
Um,
listen. LeBron James can win the championship for the next 3 years. He still ain't the greatest of all time to me.
Hell yeah. That nigga been the help
well,
king. Help
wait.
D-I-Q.
I
So wait,
mean,
who's
but
the
at this
greatest player? So
point,
who's your greatest player then? Who's the greatest player to you then?
Michael Jeffrey Jordan, either
The
him
sky
or
blue,
Kareem
bro.
Abdul-Jabbar.
Is it sky blue? It's
I
MJ, Kareem and Kobe.
Yeah. Well,
Mine Kobe, man.
everybody's gonna have their different preference.
That's
I
fine.
don't. I think
There ain't
yeah,
nobody
and
gonna have
my
LeBron.
well, kids nowadays aren't going to say Michael Jordan, because they haven't.
Okay.
You guys have played with Kwame's played with him, and you guys are a little bit older than me, so you guys probably seen Michael Jordan live. So you guys, it's a different experience seeing Michael Jordan actually play live. But
Absolutely.
in my opinion, like I said, I think that LeBron James is I think he's the greatest basketball player, but he's not the best winner though. He's not
Hey,
competitive like
Cino,
Michael Jordan.
what number you got LeBron, Cino?
1,181. He
That's
moved. He moved
Can
up
you
a
support
notch.
that statement, sir?
Yes, because when I think about the game of basketball, first I'm thinking about the skill set and what you bring to the table. LeBron is what you would call a transitional basketball player who pretty much dominated because of his athleticism more than his skills. So he was able to neglect a lot of the things that you would pick up, and as far as footwork, post play, all of these different intangibles that you would need when your athleticism starts to fail you when you get older. And he had none of this to really fall back on. So the
But his
lose,
athleticism ain't fail him yet, though. Cino, he's still dunking on motherfuckers.
it's not what it's not like how it used to be. Like Bron could,
Yeah,
yeah. So
Yeah,
because when I
and
because
the
when I
thing
look at
about LeBron
LeBron, bro,
is he didn't have a good shot. He couldn't shoot. He was mostly a transitional player. He couldn't read defenses. And they were comparing him up there to Michael Jordan already. And I'm like, this guy he's so far off off the board, it's not even comparable. So they changed the rules to make it accessible for LeBron to dominate. They changed the rules after he got dominated by the Dallas Mavericks in 2011 and 2012. They started removing guys out of the paint. Power forwards start to dissipate. Now you only got one guy to beat to get to the basket. And it's one guy down there. It's not. It used to be 3 or 4 guys. Now it's one guy down there. So the game has changed to benefit LeBron. They allowed him to lower his shoulder and drive into people without knowing that's an offensive foul because he has no basketball moves. You have to allow it for him. So I can't put him on a scale and say, well, this guy is greater than this guy when he's not playing by the rules everyone else is. And he doesn't possess those type of skills. Plus, defensively, he's a liability. He's never been a great defensive player. He never really exerted himself physically, defensively, to shut anybody down. He would do a chase down block here and there, but that's not taking the challenge. Guarding the best guy on the court to make sure, hey, I got to stop this guy. He's just not the guy. That's why he doesn't have any definitive moments in the NBA Finals. Only moment he has is a chase down block. That's it. You have no highlights of LeBron from the NBA Finals. None. Jordan, it's thousands because he created those moments. Michael Jordan was the best player in practice. He was going to be the best player on the playground. Anywhere you put him on the court, it was dangerous.
hey,
What up, Kwame?
I don't even know how he's even in conversation.
I don't think
Anybody
LeBron.
anything
Yeah,
about
bro.
this game? No way.
I don't. I
Yeah,
don't
because
think
bro,
LeBron just fully just depended on him being athletic.
no,
It's more so. It was more so his basketball IQ, and I'm not even like a huge LeBron fan. But when it's all said and done, and we're just speaking on just numbers, and I know it's about winning championships. When it's all said and done, he is LeBron is basically damn near the Babe Ruth of basketball, dog. When it's all said and done, when everybody, the kids and everybody see LeBron and all the stats and top 5, they're going to ask themselves, who the hell is this LeBron James? They're not. In order for somebody to even compete with LeBron's stats, bro, it's going to be another 40, 50 years before you see another LeBron. It's
I
that.
don't think
No, not
That's just the
actually.
truth.
It's not true.
I don't
No,
think
that's just the
you
truth.
nobody. I don't think nobody else. I don't think nobody would ever break LeBron's record.
I think records are meant to be broken, but I think it's going to be a very long time before you ever see anybody.
You
You
got
got to
you
look,
got
understand.
though. Look,
That's
yeah.
when
true.
I say the
And it
best
won't be
basketball player,
because you
though,
haven't seen another LeBron. Let me tell you right now, Anthony Edwards is on track to have a better record and better stats than LeBron.
Hey, Kwame.
Luka Doncic has outperformed LeBron in every season that he's played. You go back to LeBron.
What up, Chuck?
Oh,
What up,
Cino, boy, you and Graham finna go to beefing now, boy.
No,
What up, man?
I'm not. Hey, Kwame, I'm not even gonna do that because you talk, man. Look at here. I don't know where you get these people from, boy. I don't get
Luka
it,
been
bro.
better than LeBron since
Oh
he was born.
shit!
Cause hold on, cause hold on, right? First of all, I want to know because he said it, so I just want to know it because he said it. Tell me what's the rule that they changed in the lane? Because long as I've known, they've always had a 3-second rule. So tell me what's the rule they changed? Because you said it, so I want to know what's the name of what's the rule called.
You said what's the rule called?
You said, unless you was just talking and not realizing what you said they changed the rule so LeBron can get to the paint. So I would like to know what's the rule since you said it.
Oh, okay.
No, and don't nobody help him. Don't nobody help him because he said it's a rule. So I want him to cite the rule. Go ahead, look it up online. Get me the rule, please.
You talking about the defensive 3-second rule? That what you talking
Which
about?
is no. Don't ask me the question. You heard my question. You said whoever the dude was.
Shoulder. You said what?
No. They said they changed the rule.
They
changed the rule.
So I'm asking my question. My question is,
2 and 3 guys in the paint.
so what rule is they change? So no change. What's the rule?
Now,
just tell me the rule. You're arguing a point. Just tell me the rule. I just want to know the name of the rule. What's the rule? Stop fluffing. What's the rule? Since you said it, I would like to know the rule so I can look it up on myself. Enlightened educators, buddy. You said it's a rule, so give me the rule.
Okay, well, I'll go look it up for you and get the.
Please, so basically, hold on, no, Kwame, don't help him out, because basically you said something that you don't know what the hell you're talking about. So that lets me know everything else you said. That lets me know everything else. That lets me know everything that you said pretty much is just your feelings. So and that's cool. And then he said the only memorable moment is the block. So I guess beating Golden State down 3-1 wasn't nothing. That wasn't nothing.
I said what's a memorable moment.
That was the block, Graham. That's what he's talking about.
No, but he said the block. I'm talking about the series itself. What he did the series, because everybody want to say everybody want to say no. I'm just talking facts. Hold on. You brought up a rule that you can't even name, so really you don't even know what you're talking about.
I said they
I can't even. So don't mention the rule if you can't name it when you ask.
You watch the game right now. You think it's the same game? You mean to tell me
the game is changed? But the game is okay. So let me tell you how the game. No, hold on. I'm gonna answer your question because I'm gonna answer your question because you don't know much about basketball. I can tell.
Okay.
It was easy. It was easy to score back then. The way they played defense because the illegal defense rule that you could play back then. Now you can play zone, so you can actually, to what you said, which shows you know what you're talking about. You can have guys in the lane because they could play zones. Back then you couldn't play zone, so Michael Jordan never worried about the guy guarding him because he knew he can beat that.
So it was easier to
big man opposite court. Hold on. So
the average points per game was like 101 points. They're averaging like 100.
Nobody said they couldn't score.
How was it easier
Say it again.
to score then?
I'm sorry. Say it one more time.
How was it easier to score then? The average points was like 101.
But because of the illegal defense. But the reason why the scoring is up now is because
easier to score. How was this easier to score then?
Well, I'm going to answer your question. If you ask one, you got to let me answer it. The reason why scoring is because actually, hold on, you're wrong. Because during the 90s is actually the scoring went down in the 90s. That was one of the complaints because the 70s was like an average of about 100 and something. In the 90s, it went down tremendously. No. I'm just schooling you because you can look it up while I'm saying it. The 90s points went down.
Which era you running to? Because you still
I know because you said no. Hold on. You said just now. I want clarity. You literally said back. You said they averaged 100 and something points. So what era were you talking about back then?
Well, I guess you're talking about the Jordan era, right?
Right. The Jordan era, the scoring was down. That was one of the things that they said. That's the rules why they changed some of the rules. What I'm saying, well, okay, but I was but let me finish. I did.
Michael Jordan could just get by him.
Let me answer your question. The reason why I said it was easy to score. Because the way you play the defense scheme back then, Michael Jordan had to worry about the guy on the ball. He just had to worry about where the guy was coming from help side. Once he beat that dude, it was pretty much at his will at that point. That's why I say it's harder to score now.
So because Brand, now how come LeBron couldn't win without D Wade then? How come he couldn't win without D Wade?
But that's okay. But that's like me saying he didn't win without Pippen. Hold on. I can only ask one question. So let me ask to Kwame. Kwame, he didn't win. If you say that, I could turn and say he didn't win without Pippen.
That's cap because Dwayne was already a champion. MJ raised
But
Pippen,
no,
so
but
that's
he's still,
cap.
but he's okay.
No,
But
no,
he's
no.
still,
Hold on, bro.
he's
Hold on,
still
bro.
no.
That's
Oh,
cap.
he still
You
didn't. He
can't.
still
That's
didn't
not the
win though.
same. The reason why you cannot say that is because Dwayne Wade was already a champion. Scottie Pippen got groomed and
Okay,
raised by MJ, bro.
so you trying to tell me he hasn't won without Dwayne Wade before? Because
No,
the
man. What
number
the hell you talking about?
Hell no.
No,
he won in
he won the
he
first
won
one
in
with
L.A.
the. Listen,
LeBron never won
He
Dwayne
won in
Wade is
L.A.
LeBron
over
James'
Wade.
daddy.
He won in L.A. He won in Cleveland, so he has won
No,
without Dwayne Wade.
he was in Miami before LA though.
I understand, but you're saying you got to be more specific. You said he hasn't
I,
won. That could be any
I
Okay,
was
time he
so
played.
when
being more. I
Kwame
was
say he
being
ain't
more
win until he
specific. I'm
win,
saying that LeBron James would not be a champion if he'd stayed in Cleveland. He ain't win until he went with Miami with the greatest players of that era. Dwayne Wade was the
man.
best two guard. Chris Bosh was the best power forward.
So when he got there, if they were the best, who did they relinquish their spot their greatness to? Somebody
It don't
greater.
even matter. They ain't
Somebody no
relinquished nothing.
somebody they did because they all
So
said the first year
you
when they
just
lost.
basically proving that LeBron James is the help king. He the help king. He
Because
Burger King.
well, hey, when you're great, people need your services. I.e., go to state. They call what they do to what do they call
No
who do they
man,
call to beat
listen.
LeBron? They called
Not
over
when you the
KD.
king. No player that's ever thought they was the greatest.
Right, since
Not
KJ
Reggie
was
Miller.
better than
Not
LeBron.
no player
But see,
ever
but,
did
but
that though.
Kwame, let's keep it real.
Now
And you said,
Watch this,
hold
Graham.
on,
This is what you
Kwame,
want to do. Let Cino rebuttal to you real quick. Watch this, Paul. Cino rebuttal to that shit you've been saying.
No, all I
huh?
was saying is that when the hand checking was eliminated, they got that out of the way. They could hand check Michael Jordan back in those days. You could actually guide somebody to the baseline. You can do all kind of defensive ways to chuck them, and now you could barely touch anybody. So they made it very
I
easy.
agree to you. I can agree with you with that. I can agree
Right.
if they
So I
Hold on,
said,
if they
hold
made
on.
hold on,
Let him land his plane. Hold on, big dog. Let him land his plane. Hold on.
yeah, so that's the thing is, so when you said it was easier for him to score, when all of the rules, like I said, back in those days, for the defensive players to be aggressive, now they remove those guys out of the paint. You can't hand check anymore. I mean, there's nothing the
well stop
defenders can really do.
stop saying they didn't see stop saying they removed the guys out of the paint because they didn't. But I'm gonna tell you what happened while they're not in the paint. But go ahead. But don't say they
Okay, go
removed them
ahead.
because
Go ahead. All right.
there's no rule for that. So
Okay, so why they're not in the paint?
well
Just to get the
if
score
you
up.
know
They want to keep
basketball,
up the score. They want to
no,
shoot threes and keep up the
but
score.
it's not even just that. The players are built different. We don't have guys that are lumbering that you have to put in the paint. So the reason why it looked more physical, and I'm not saying it wasn't. Don't get
What? Physical.
the power forward didn't lead the paint. So if you're driving to the paint, obviously it's going to be contact because there's more people in the paint. If you think about it, back then, most teams might have one, maybe two guys who scored. Everybody else really didn't do it. Think about the teams. Who else was a scorer besides Reggie Miller on his team as a guard?
Jalen
There
Rose.
was no. I'm
Jalen
talking about
Rose,
scoring.
Silas Best. What are you talking about, bro?
No, but I'm talking about scores. I'm not talking about guys that can get you
Hey,
15,
look
20. I'm
though.
talking about
Hey, look,
big
Graham. Let me
time
say something
scores.
though.
So
Graham,
hold
let me
on. So
say
Everybody,
something though.
I gotta address his space in the paint. The reason why.
Let me say something, bro.
But let me know. I gotta
Hey,
address his
look,
space. Let me
look,
just land
Graham.
that.
Look, this the
let him
problem
land
though.
that. I hear what he's
LeBron
saying.
ain't win till he went
Let
to
me just land
Miami,
the
bro.
spacing. The reason
LeBron
why it's spacing
ain't win till he
is
went to
because now
Miami.
the
And
reason
then
why the
look,
spacing is
he ain't
there
win
is
again
because
till
the
he got
bigs
Kyrie.
it's because
And
the
then he
bigs
ain't
it's
win
because the
again.
bigs can score. The bigs
Then
can
he
stretch
went
the
to
floor.
look. LeBron went to the Lakers. He didn't even make the playoffs. He didn't win a championship until AD came. He always
Nobody
gotta
went.
make
Nobody.
he
LeBron
Nobody
got
went.
LeBron
to
never
hop
No,
from team to team to get a
bro.
ring, and then this brother
Nobody.
bro.
said, "Rooting for my
Nobody wins a champ.
nephew, Miles Bridges and the
Nobody wins a championship by themselves. Nobody wins
access
a
to."
championship by themselves.
Man,
I
come
Nobody
can
wins a
on, man. You
championship by
got,
listen,
hey,
themselves.
bro.
Graham,
I
you
can
got to
settle that,
stop
bro.
softening
Look,
the plane for LeBron.
hey,
LeBron did not win a
Bro,
championship that LA AD did.
I said
Dwight
facts.
They
Howard.
nobody.
still
I
ain't
said
won a
Dwight Howard did.
championship. They still
Dwight
nobody
ain't
wins
won
a
a
Howard won that
championship
shit.
by
championship in LA.
themselves.
They
Nobody.
still
That was
ain't won
Dwight
a
Howard and
Look,
championship.
Rajon
Kobe
Rondo.
won. All Kobe had was Gasol.
They still ain't won a championship in LA.
And that shit was in the bubble. Niggas can't even get to their work. So, no, I don't even count that.
Well, but that's your opinion. Because speaking of guys who played in the bubble, like Dame Lillard was like saying, you can't use travel as an excuse. You can't
Dame
use stuff
Lillard
that you
might
want to
be a
use of night
Dame.
be like
Hold
the
on, I
travel.
tell you what though. I tell you what though.
But
Anthony
Dame
I'm
Davis
Lillard.
saying,
didn't
Hold
go
on,
to
guys,
the
a lot.
travel.
watch this though. Watch this. Dame Lillard might be a square. What about Dennis Rodman, one of the greatest rebounders and defensive forces in the
I can't
world?
I can't hear you. It's going in and out.
I said, what about Dennis Rodman, one of the greatest rebounders and defensive forces in the world? If he would have had to play in a bubble and not allowed to move around like he would want to, you wouldn't get shit out of Dennis.
But the thing, using what you literally just said, that's what makes it harder. Because mentally, you have to switch on mentally because you're
No,
not used to doing what you need to
makes
do.
no. Listen, that's just like a
That's what
restaurant.
made it hard.
If you can't, no, that's a business model. The NBA, the reason why these guys love it is because you get to travel, you get to be in different cities, you can bring your family if you want. You
It's the
cannot
feds.
change the
It's the
But
business
but,
feds
but
model.
that
again,
matter.
Kwame, that's my
Hold
point.
on,
Because you
let me land
can't
the
do
plane.
that,
Let me land the
that
plane. Let
makes
me
it
land the
harder.
plane. Hold on, let me land the plane. No, what you make it is you've changed the business model. That's what you did in the middle of the season. And that's why some of those guys did not want to do it. There was some NBA players saying, no, we don't want to do this.
The only team that I do recall saying it was the Clippers, and they got their ass handed to them. They
No,
said that
that's the
once they
only
lost,
team that the media wanted to tell you that. See, no, tell them, please help them.
once they
Yes, there
lost, it was
was
like,
a
oh, we
Zoom.
want
Hold on,
exit
There
mentally.
was a Zoom
let's see no
meeting.
help you with this because he got some more knowledge on this part.
Yes, there was a Zoom meeting with the players, and they got involved and had a meeting to discuss playing in the bubble. You do realize that none of these players could actually go outside and play basketball anywhere. There was a lockdown. So a lot of these players could not move to even practice. They haven't touched the basketball in 4 months. So they were 4 months off, and here they are talking about doing a basketball tournament for a championship. And they right now, people didn't want to leave their families because they had family members that had COVID, and they still there's questions about COVID as far as what's going on. There was really the shot and all of this stuff. So they had other concerns. Plus, they weren't training. A lot of these guys weren't in shape. So the
No,
only
no,
team
no.
that were
Go ahead.
in shape at this time. So they had a meeting. Dame Lillard was the guy on the meeting saying that he did not want to play. Then all of a sudden, LeBron James wasn't on that meeting, was very furious that everybody was saying that they don't want to play. He wanted to play very badly. They ended up having a whole nother meeting and they got back on there. Now Dame Lillard is saying, yeah, no, I think we should play. So he ended up changing his mind immediately after they had another Zoom call saying that they should play. So they
But
say,
the funny part is like you make it seem like no, the only people that were able to play in practice were the Lakers. Everybody had to deal with the same situation. So
that is
don't
not
cry me a
true.
river because yes it did. Nobody, like you said, nobody could touch the ball.
You
So
don't
nobody, right?
understand. You don't. Hold on, brother. You don't understand California. I used to play for the Lakers. They have a guy that have a house in L.A. that got a Lakers-sized gym in his house. So it would make sense if they would just all go over to his house. Nobody would see them. So don't act like.
But how could they go? But how
Hold
could
on,
they go over the Kwame if you couldn't leave? You couldn't leave the premises.
hold
Let me
on.
give you the answer. The Lakers were fined by the NBA because they got busted for holding illegal practices at their secret
Oh
gyms
shit!
that they have. So the Lakers got
And
fined.
that's the secret gym that I'm talking about. They got a
Uh-huh.
Lakers-sized court at that dude's house.
Where they
That's
also
why he tried to talk over it.
No.
So
I'm gonna let you finish.
yeah, the
He
NBA
knows it.
got fined.
They got a Lakers-sized court at that dude's house. It would cover up the fact that it's in the house. They can quarantine. You wouldn't even see it. And they got a whole fucking court in that house. I
Yep.
played there.
So they got fined for doing that, and they couldn't do that anymore. So what LeBron ended up doing was inviting players to run plays at his house where he got a court. So they could come to his house. He would invite the players over for dinner. That's how the excuse was. Oh no, we're just having dinner at my house. And everybody from the team is coming there to run and have dinner at LeBron's. So Giannis, who don't have a basketball goal at his house. He doesn't have one, so he couldn't go and play. He hadn't touched the basketball until he got to the bubble. He couldn't play. You couldn't go to a park. You couldn't do anything. It was a lockdown. It was the worst condition ever to try to play. You look at the players on there. Montrezl Harrell missed the 2 weeks that they gave to try to get in shape. Plus, how the players are going to work out and train. You only got one gym. And you got 14 teams trying to wait to see for their time to go out there on the court and warm up and get ready for the game. It was put together so that the Lakers could win.
I have to because I've heard people make up because I've heard people.
I think they should have just threw away the whole bubble thing, but it was just about money.
But why nobody said that? Why nobody said that against Tom Brady's ring?
It was about money. But you still
why
haven't
would they
heard
say it about Tom Brady?
Hold on. Still haven't heard the rule that they changed for LeBron, and also I can't believe we're talking about how there's no defense nowadays, and nowadays they score more points. But it's obvious that they weren't shooting threes back in the day like that. So of course the games will be probably 80-90 when there's not that many players shooting threes back in the day.
Facts.
Of course it was physical. And
Hey, bro, I would love the scheme for these guys that's shooting this many threes. We'll beat the shit out of them, man.
I doubt it.
Threes, okay, all that analytic bullshit, it sound good, but threes leads to long rebounds, which leads to fouls or threes on the other end. So all you got to do is funnel the guy to the baseline. We giving up that corner three. If you can hit that motherfucker, cool. But we not letting you get in our paint. We trapping every ball that come off a pick and roll, and you're going to have to win. You're going to have to –
Nah, KB, nah, but they got set.
I'm not going to disagree with you, Kwame, because you played in the NBA. I'm not going to disagree with you, but you're speaking on in your time when you played on what you guys would have done back in the day. But nowadays, it's different. So
it's no different. I think the NBA – listen, the only reason why you guys are saying that it's different is because the NBA want to see points. They're swaying y'all to think it's different. Basketball is still basketball. There's a high percentage shot and there's a low percentage shot. With a hand in the face, the numbers on that shot is still the fucking same. And I don't care who do what. You can talk about whatever analytics all you want to. 2 points and a dunk at the rim is way more dangerous than somebody shooting a three that's contested. If you make it, fuck it. You won. But we're going to play the same way, and we're going to play smash mouth on the other end, and we're going to see by the third quarter who wins.
I'm going to agree with you, though. I don't think
but they got different moves now, though, KB. Now, they got different moves now. They got that step back now. They got that side step back. They got a lot of moves now.
That's what that is.
It's a travel. They allow the players to travel.
KB, they got a lot of moves, man.
Change pivots. Stuff that you couldn't get away with back then. They're letting you guys to bring the street ball into the playing game.
Man, look at him, man. Y'all, they make it seem like it was so tough, but you got man,
these guys can't even play basketball. They switch their pivots all day long. That's all they do. These are traveling basketball players. That's all it is.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you this then. But first of all, I have to address something that was said earlier. That was I just because one of the reasons I got off because I had to go fact check because I heard people said rules that don't exist, so I had to go take a look. So apparently, this so-called practice that y'all said the Lakers had, it wasn't true. It was false. It was a rumor that was projected, and the Lakers were not fined, and it didn't happen. So again, propaganda. No, I'm looked it up because I mean rules of some guys are making our rules while the paint's open and stuff. So I'm gonna go look it up. I'm not gonna take it as face value. I'm gonna go look it up. I just looked it up. And it said that. So that's that. So now you're saying it was so much harder back then. But guys like fucking Muggsy Bogues who are 5'6" and Spud Ware 5'4" were in the league back then. Come on, bro.
What's that got to do with anything? Do you know that Muggsy Bogues would bench press and Spud Ware would bench press more than anybody in the league?
Would they play today?
Yes, they will bust ass.
No, they won't. No, they won't.
I think they won't.
You don't even let me respond. You just talking to have a narrative. Listen,
no.
Listen, let me explain. You're just talking about their size. What they didn't have in size, they made up in something special. And what is the special thing about Muggsy Bogues and the two guys that you just named? They was exceptionally quick. They was exceptionally strong, and they were exceptionally explosive. To try to
And
compare
smart.
them to the average
And
guys
smart.
that's crazy. Spud Webb can dunk on a 7-footer. That's not an average guy that height. They're not average. You cannot bring up their height like they're average. Nothing about those men you named was average.
And they played you the whole length of the
It's not.
court.
You're
And
right.
they
It's
played you
not
the length.
average,
And they played the whole length of the court too. Every play, damn near. So with these players
man.
now, they're gonna be
But
wore out by like the end of the first
look,
quarter. They're gonna be wore the hell out getting chased
look,
like that.
look though. The problem with them threes, bro, is like it's still not good basketball because you even seen with the Spurs, they'll have a lead. As soon as they just come start shooting all threes, they end up losing, bro. You can't play basketball like that.
Look,
They call it live and die by the three. You
hey,
gonna live by it when you hitting them. As soon as you start missing, you gonna lose, bro.
can
You
I,
gotta
That's when
play
we
play the
kicked
game the right
ass.
way.
hey, look, can
That's
I
when
ask
we
a
kicked
question?
ass too.
Can I ask a question? Because I gotta say something about that last comment. Just because a guy was small and I'm a small guy, does that mean that he can't play in a different era? Because I personally think that I would play way better now than I played in the era that I played in because they allowed you to shoot more shots and run freely. So
Bro,
I'm kind of
No,
look who
no.
just won the ring. Look who just
How
won the
tall are you,
ring.
Chuck?
Jalen Brunson, the
I'm
shortest man on the court, just won.
5'10", 5'11",
Okay. How tall are them? How tall are those two dudes?
5'7",
And
5'5".
five, like four.
Like
Right.
5'6".
Totally. Those
Right.
are
You talking
those
to
They
are totally
already called
those
them
are
little
totally two different
giants.
heights.
Them guys played like they was 7-footers. What are you talking
there go
about?
Chucky Atkins right here on the damn thing, and you talking
Guys
about
played
Spud
big.
Webb and
I
all
don't know
them.
what you talking about, bro.
It's
Come
called
on,
heart.
man.
If you don't got no heart, you ain't playing.
And here's the thing, like right before you got on, Graham, we was talking about guys playing roles. It's not all about the best basketball players don't always make it to the league, bro.
True that. That's true.
You got guys out there that can play basketball but don't understand the team concept, don't understand how to play a role. So, I've seen it all. The
Rashad
name of
McCants.
the name of the game is to be able to adapt and make yourself an asset to the organization. If you can't do that, I don't give a damn who you are. But I
Yeah,
will tell you,
that's for all of them.
but I will say this: you take from 1 through 12 on an NBA basketball team, and you put him in any YMCA, 24-hour fitness, whatever gym, and he's gonna be the best goddamn basketball player in the whole building.
For sure.
So
Even
don't look at a guy just because he's playing in the NBA and he's sitting on the end of the bench as if he can't play. Oh, he's a bomb. Oh, he's
well,
this.
no, I never said that because most of them dudes on their teams out there in college or high school probably 50-point average scores.
Yeah, because I'm
But
like,
they get to
damn, like no one knew. Like if you don't know basketball, no one knew that Patrick Beverly was averaging damn near 40 points a game in high school.
he was a killer. It was between him and Derrick Rose were the top two guys in Chicago.
Right. So just acknowledge that, hey man, the guy, whatever he did and whatever he knew, he was an asset and he did it. Because it's harder for a smaller motherfucker than it is a motherfucker that's 6'7", 6'8".
Hey,
Well,
Graham,
there
look
it
at the
is
screen.
right there. I know you probably went to like Chat GPT and all that, but yeah, that's it right there.
No, I didn't look at ChatGPT.
And
I didn't go to
Chucky right on the
ChatGPT.
damn panel. And Chucky right on the panel, and he started talking about Muggsy Bogues and all them, whatever. You know what I mean?
Private
Like Chucky right
workouts
there.
with teammates during the NBA suspension. It was definitely there.
I don't want to lose my. How do you bring it in? Did you lose? Because every time I do that, I get kicked out.
Oh, okay. Well, there it is. You can go look that up. They was having private workouts with teammates in a private gym in Los Angeles during the NBA suspension.
How do I?
That actually happened. So the internet.
I don't know where that private gym at because I played there.
So I'm saying that these things that they happen, they'll wipe this stuff right off the internet, so memories will be gone. But yeah, I remember when this actually happened. So this is what they do to try to keep him up in prowess. Now, all of that talk about that series about LeBron and what he did, but Kyrie Irving was right there doing the same thing. Kyrie Irving actually hit the shot to win the series. to
Facts.
But
close
see,
the
that's
breach.
what. Yeah, but see,
But that's
which he
Kyrie.
did. But which he did, and I'm giving props for that. But the funny thing what everybody says is he hit the shot, but nobody says that LeBron hit the 13 points straight in a row for that shot to be relevant. Because if he don't hit those 13 straight points in a row, that shot's irrelevant. But everybody don't worry about
But
that.
but if
It's like, oh
LeBron
well, he
missed
hit the
that
shot.
shot instead
Well,
of
that's
Kyrie
like
But
the
hitting
again,
it,
So
name me
so is it
a player.
with double
Name me a player that's never missed a shot. Let me a player who's never
and
missed a shot.
if Tristan Thompson don't hit one of his free
fine.
throws, then it's for naught. Then,
But if
right?
if was a fifth, we'll always be drunk. Like why be
so
going
why
on
you
if
saying
this and
if?
if that? If I
Why
say I
you
could say
only praise LeBron then?
no, but no. I said Kyrie. I said Kyrie definitely would hit the shot, but everybody act like nothing led up to that. That didn't happen.
And look, who hit the shot in Miami? Ray Allen.
Right, but
Ray
again,
Allen.
he's got teammates, right? He had not all fight, so it's okay for them guys to hit them shots. But nobody says when it's
We're
John Paxson and
saying
Steve Kerr,
what is
they
his
hit that shot.
defining moment? Name a
Right,
defining moment. LeBron
but
been in
but
the
the thing
NBA
is,
Finals. He been in
he's
the NBA Finals.
Steve.
If you want to count the bubble, he been in the finals, what, 10 times, right? If you count the bubble, it's 10, right? Find a defining moment for LeBron James in the NBA Finals. You can't
LeBron didn't
find
When
score
no, no
13 straight points in the finals,
when
bro. Why are you
you
saying
can't
that?
find a
Bro,
defining
look,
moment for
Graham, the
LeBron
when
problem
James.
is when is LeBron gonna hit the shot? When is LeBron in the
That's what
finals
I'm
gonna say it's
saying.
my time? It's
but
my time. I'm
why is
finna
it
save it this time.
but why is it gotta be the narrative? Why is it gotta be the narrative that you guys wanted to be? If two guys are on me and somebody
Not
open, isn't that
narrative.
guy
That
getting
ain't
paid?
how it be, bro. That ain't how it be,
That's
bro.
not a narrative. That's
That's
when
a
you think of
narrative. Because
Michael Jordan, right? When you think
if
of
two dudes
Michael
are on me
Jordan,
and somebody's
It
open,
don't
I'm
be
gonna pass
that,
it to the
bro.
open
when you
guy.
think of
Nah,
Michael
that ain't
Jordan
how
in
it
the
is,
NBA
bro.
Finals, what do you think of? What do you see? You see
But
that
all
shot
but
on Byron Russell, right? You
but
Nah,
see
but
again,
that
LeBron
I
did
shot.
that one year though. Nah, but
You see
LeBron
that
did that
shot
one year
against
against
the
Boston.
Lakers.
He
You
did that
see that
against
shot
Boston.
against the Lakers, right?
this is all feelings because I said it in the last stream Kwame had.
Not
They say
feelings.
they no hold on.
Fact.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because they say all of this right, but in the playoffs, because that's what y'all talking about. LeBron has hit more clutch than Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant combined.
That's a
Why?
lie, bro. That's a
Go
damn lie.
go look
That's
it
a
up since
damn
you know how
lie.
to
Nah,
go
it
look
do
it up.
say that though. Nah, but it
No,
do
it
say
Yeah,
that
says
though. But
that.
I
It
never
says
see,
seen it.
that, bro. That's a
I
fake
guys,
never
stat,
seen it with
bro.
my own
look,
two eyes.
go look it up
That's a
then,
fake
because
stat, though.
so now you want me to so
That's
my
a
stats
fake
fake, but
stat, bro.
yours isn't.
That's
Nah,
a
I
fake
Go
seen it
stat.
though.
Yeah, I seen it.
no
That's a fake
So
stat.
he
what
won't.
he's saying is he wants to penalize Kobe and Michael Jordan for the game not being close
No,
enough.
I'm
No,
not
they say he
penalizing
was
for him.
clutch. They
I said
say
he
he
was
like the most
clutch
clutch player. He the most
in
clutch
NBA history.
player in
He's
playoffs. I
They
more
never
because
seen
efficient.
it though.
they
You
can't
ain't just
beat
because you ain't seen it. I
LeBron
mean,
and
well, not you,
Michael.
because you didn't say it. Not you, but because why don't you look it up? You're so busy fighting it. Go look it up.
Nah, but I
So let
seen
me
it
ask you
though.
a question, Graham. Let me ask you a
Because he don't
question.
want to look it up because he know
Hold
he
on,
wrong.
Graham.
But
Let me
he
ask
was
you
arguing,
Graham.
but don't want to look it up. What's
Hold
up,
on, Graham.
Kwame?
Let me ask you a question.
What's up? What's up?
So out of the three, last second, 3 seconds on the clock, who do you get the ball to?
He gonna say
LeBron,
LeBron.
MJ, or Kobe?
I'm gonna give it to Kobe.
I'm gonna give it
Yeah,
to
I will
Kobe
too.
too. Yeah.
Why not
I give it to
LeBron?
Kobe.
Because Kobe is a better threat from deep than LeBron is. He's a better scorer than LeBron is. I've seen Kobe pull up from threes if two dudes in his. But it depends on what you need, two or three. I'm picking Kobe either way because he's a great scorer and he can shoot the three.
Facts.
I've seen that dude hit shots on people, and I'm like, God damn! But that's because that is the case doesn't mean nothing else.
Hey,
I'm not
that's
gonna
how you
say
know
LeBron's
Kobe better
everything.
than Bron. That's how you know
Well,
Kobe
I can't.
better than
Okay,
Bron though.
but the
You
reason
gotta
why,
admit it, bro.
but the reason why I can't agree with that he's better than him because I'm gonna say if me and you played 22 times and I beat you 16 times, how you better than me?
Bro, look at the
That's a
team you
bad.
had, nigga.
That's a
You
bad
had
argument,
Look,
every
bro.
Hall of
This
Fame
is
no,
my
leading
no,
thing,
but
scorer
though.
in the league.
The
how
reason
you
why I
better than
think
me
you
if I
pick
beat you?
Graham, the reason why I think you pick Kobe is because what if they was down two and they got fouled? Do you think LeBron hit the free throws?
No, but Kwame, that wasn't your question. Your question asked
No,
me who am
no,
I
this
getting
is
to
a
take
new
the shot,
question. This is a new question.
That's a
Either
new
way.
right?
question.
Do
I'm a
you
pick.
think
I would
LeBron hit
pick.
free
I would
throws?
pick. I would pick Kobe.
So you don't think Bron can make the free throw?
It's not about I don't think he can make it. I'm going with a guy I feel who's definitely going to make it. I'm gonna go with Kobe.
I don't think LeBron make two in that situation. I know MJ
And
make two. I know Kobe make two. See, no,
MJ
do
gonna
you
make it
think
with his
LeBron
eyes
make
closed.
two?
Hell no, LeBron ain't gonna make it. He probably ain't gonna take it. He gonna probably claim he got a headache. You don't want to take the shot. Well, my thing is, if you keep taking Kobe in all of these situations, how do you have LeBron above him in anything?
Because again, I think somebody who said it before, for a guy who's a pass first guy, and everybody will say he's a longevity award. No, it ain't, because he's been the youngest player to reach every 1,000 mark. So it's not like he's just hanging on and scoring. He's been the youngest player to be 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 10,000, 12,000. He's the youngest. So you ask me a question. You ask me a question.
You said
let me answer that. Let me answer.
You asked me.
Hold on. So put that asterisk there. He's only the youngest because he started out of high school. That's the only reason.
Is that so? That's his fault.
College. So
is that his fault? Is that his fault?
Let me tell you this stat.
And then, but hold on to his thing.
Kobe scored 21,000 in the 2000s. Kobe scored 21,000. That's the most ever in a decade, except for Wilt Chamberlain. That's more than LeBron. LeBron never scored more in one decade than Kobe
But
Bryant,
guess what?
That's a fact.
He about fourth or fifth in score right now. So anyway, back to what I was saying before.
He changing
right?
the narrative, bro.
No, it's not a narrative, because at the end of the day, okay. So do that. So when they look it up, so when they look it up and see who's the greatest scorer. Hold on. So when they look up the greatest scorer. When they look up the greatest scorer, are they gonna say who's the greatest scorer all the time? Well, we're gonna use the 2000 era. We're just gonna look at the 2000 era.
How can he? Hey, listen, Graham. How can he be both most clutch and a pass first guy?
But I didn't get to finish. That's why I'm glad. Thanks for bringing that back up so I can finish it. He's known as a pass first guy, but has more points than all the guys y'all say are the greatest scorers.
Because he's a freight train. He leak out. All he do is leak out.
So for 21 years, he just leaked out.
He's a cherry picker. Yes.
Come on, Kwame, you know better than that.
Yes. Hey, I'm sure you can show video of it.
Oh, okay. So that video is his whole 20-some year career. So when he played against the Pistons, but when he played it, so you telling me when he scored 27 straight against the Pistons in the playoffs, that was leaking out?
No, that was just a good game.
You pushed the narrative that all his points come from leaking out. He scored 21 points in the other.
You just won't let me land my plane. Not all of anything. It's never all. Majority of LeBron James' points is in transition. He leaks out. Even now at 41, if you go look up his transition stats, it's among the highest. Did he get faster with age or some shit?
And Grams, who got more 50-point games, bro?
Here's the thing that you keep missing also about that. These guys only played 15 years, 16 years. He's just now catching up to them, and they've been done over 10 years ago. He's still
catching up to him. Catching up to him at what? Catching up to him at what?
He has been retired for over 20-some years. LeBron should have every record in the NBA. He should have the most rebounds, most assists.
No, he shouldn't.
That's 24 years.
So why you didn't have that same? So why you didn't have that same situation for Cap? And I'm talking, if you don't know who Cap is, I'm talking about Kareem. He played 20-some years. Why you didn't say he should have led an assist? But right. So hold on. LeBron's a okay, but hold on. LeBron is a small forward.
He did have a record before LeBron.
No, Chuck. I'm talking about. That's you didn't hear what I said. I said why he didn't have the rebound, why he didn't have assists. What? Because he played. Because what he said was he should have every record. So why? So LeBron's a small forward. So
LeBron has the ball percentage of any player in
but why? So you expect him to lead the league in rebounding too?
LeBron James' hands more than any player in NBA.
So he should. So you're saying he should lead the league in rebounds too because he played this long.
He lead the league history in turnovers, missed shots, missed free throws. He did lead the league in all of that, though.
Yeah. Why do you think they retired Carmelo Anthony? Because he had more points than LeBron. LeBron would have surpassed LeBron, but they retired him. They started putting him out the NBA. No team would want Melo. Why?
Melo played good the last season he was with Bron.
Yeah, and with the Lakers, he was averaging 16 coming off the bench. So the thing is that they forced him to go to the bench because his numbers was higher than LeBron in scoring. And you see Melo's in top 10 in all-time scoring. So imagine if they didn't mess up his career, where would he be?
Facts.
He know that, man. And Melo was the rookie of the year. And Melo was the
And
rookie
they
of
had
the
a
year.
trade to send Melo to go play with Kobe, and Melo said they stopped that too. He said the deal was already over, and then they just gave him a call like, "Hey, it's no more. You're not going with Kobe no more." And that's when he
Yeah,
went to the Knicks. They doing all this shit to save LeBron, bro.
I know he was the agenda. That's why when he became their agenda, and they
Brown know that shit though.
Because I'm just laughing because Mike was the agenda too. Because the NBA was failing after
Yeah, he
Magic
might
got
have been.
retired.
He might have been, but I'm glad you
that is
admitted that
correct.
LeBron was the new agenda because Melo was the
Okay,
rookie of the year anyway.
but that's
Can you
cool.
admit that Melo was the
But
rookie of
don't
the
act
year?
like
No, I'm asking.
LeBron,
Can you admit that
Mike
Melo was the
was.
rookie of the year? Can you at least admit
I
that?
think I think
Melo?
no. See, honestly, I'm unlike you guys, right? Michael Jordan, nothing Michael Jordan did. Everything was the best of him. I don't mind. Yes, he had a better rookie season because he took his team to the playoffs. He should have got it, or at least Cole. He should have got it. But I have no problem. I have no problem saying that. You guys don't say that Mike ain't did nothing. Oh well, Mike. No, y'all don't say nothing because I bet you let the narrative have changed that LeBron retired 3 times. Oh, he weak, man. He weak. He couldn't handle it. Mike do it. Oh
No,
man,
bro, it'd be
hey.
like, damn, you did your time. You played your game. He went to go retire, bro.
But Mike was
Hey,
winning
Right,
though,
let
but
bro.
somebody
he
like
retired three.
listen. I
But he
tell you what.
retired three
Hey, listen. I
times.
got something that'll
Yeah,
beat that.
Mike was winning
I
though.
got something that'll beat that. Let
Yeah,
somebody
Mike was.
like Chael Sonnen that already caught somebody cheating say MJ was on steroids and see what the media do to MJ opposed to what they just did to LeBron.
Facts.
Well,
Wait, say that again. I'm sorry. Say it again.
I'm saying that if somebody like Chael Sonnen, a proven track record of catching game cheats and cheaters, would have said that Michael Jordan was on steroids and EPOs, the media would have never let that go.
So,
Or if
but are you saying? But he said did they prove that? Because if that's the case,
LeBron,
that would have been.
LeBron didn't even have to answer a question about it.
But if I go by what what old boy say, because I'm not gonna say verbatim because I'm not 100% sure exactly. I have to get the clip. But Gilbert Arenas said the same shit about them guys back then. A lot of them guys being on stuff.
please don't use that guy's reference. I'm just saying.
Man.
So I'm just saying.
Don't use him
But
for
You talking about
reference.
the guy who brought guns to the locker room?
people do stupid stuff. Doesn't mean just because.
You the guy that got a Fed charge in his 40s?
Huh?
You talking about the guy that got a Fed charge in his 40s?
Hey man, what people do in their personal life ain't got nothing to do with
But
me.
I'm saying we can't be taking the words of somebody that got that going on this late.
Right, but we taking the guys, but we took a guy's word we taking the guy's word who made up a rule that don't exist.
What you mean?
What rule?
Exactly, but he said it's a rule. But what rule? But y'all cool with what he's saying. Nobody pushing back. But he can make up a rule that don't
You
exist.
just agreed that they don't do that. You said you still
No,
ain't
what rule? No. The reason I did, but you wasn't listening. The reason why I said because now the bigs, they're not cumbersome. They shoot. So now they have them at the 3-point line. They spread the offense out, so now guys can have more driving lanes. Back then, all the bigs and power forwards went straight to the paint, so the paint was clogged. So of course, driving is going to be more contact because everybody's standing in the damn paint. Most people drove back then. There was a lot of driving to the hoop, going to the bucket. It wasn't a lot of guys that would take it. Like somebody said it, they weren't shooting threes, so they wasn't really shooting.
They were posting
They were
up.
driving. But now because your average center and small forward shoot threes.
They was posting up.
Right, but what I'm saying is everybody's in the paint. He said why they're not now is because now the bigs don't want to be big.
They're not now because LeBron James' game never evolved. He's a freight train.
He said bigs, Kwame. We're not talking. No, we're talking about bigs like Joker. He sits out there.
Let me explain something to you. Kevin Love was one
to be out there.
Oh, watch this. Kevin Love was one of the best offensive rebounders in the game. And they moved Kevin Love out of the paint so that LeBron can go to the basket, which effectively ruined half of Kevin Love's best offense, which is offensive rebound.
But Kwame, I think hold on, Kwame. You going by what you just said, then you have to say what Chucky said. Chucky said everybody plays a role. Your role ain't what your role was up in Minnesota because you ain't. Hold on.
No. You trying to conflate what he's saying. That
No, I'm
was
not.
his role.
He has to right,
No,
but now
you
his
talking
role,
about you talking
but
about
his role changed. His role changed, though,
no,
Kwame.
no,
His role
no, no, no,
changed.
no, no, no. You're talking about an established veteran that
And
averaged
so,
like
okay,
23 and 13 with like 6 offensive rebounds.
but
That's
like,
his style of play. The
I
only
want you to let me
reason
land.
why
I'm
they
gonna let you
moved
land, but
that
let
man,
me land
no,
after.
listen. The
No,
only
I'm
reason why
listening. I just want you to let me land after.
I will. The only reason why
Okay.
they moved that man out of the paint is because LeBron James only played one style of play. And no GM in their right mind would move a guy out of the paint that's getting you 5 or 6 offensive rebounds a game. That does not make any logical sense. And Kevin Love was suffering from that. He even said it in the media.
Yep.
Okay, can I go? Can I go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so again, when Chuck said he's an established player, he was at that time for sure, 100%. However, he went to a team where he wasn't the number one option or the number, so he has to play. He, regardless of where you are, you have to play a role. Anywhere you go, whoever you are, you have to play a role. Whether your role is to score, to rebound, you have to play a role. He knew when he came, like most guys coming on a team where you got other guys that are good, somebody's game's gonna suffer or take a or change. As Chucky said, when you play in this league, you gotta adapt. He adapted. He adapted to the role they didn't put him in. So to your point, yes, he might have gave up the rebound situation, but well, how was he killing everybody? Because
So
he could
why
shoot the damn three.
LeBron
Hold
can't?
on, I
LeBron do
didn't
that to
land, bro. I
everybody
didn't
though,
land,
bro.
bro. He moved to the three because now I got guys that can penetrate and drive. You help off him. I can shoot the three. His game had to change, and so did Chris Bosh.
But
He had to adapt.
look, Grams,
Okay,
All right, let's see them
LeBron,
respond to him real quick, Jada. Go ahead and respond,
so
Cino.
why can't LeBron? So everybody got a role to play. Why LeBron can't play his role with the Lakers? Why he couldn't play his
But
role?
he did play his role when Luca came. He said this is his team, and
That's
he
what he
went to
said.
the third.
He said the same thing
He
with
went to the
AD.
third. He went to the but
He said
didn't
the same
take it.
thing with Russ. He had Russell Westbrook. He said the same
Man,
thing.
ain't nobody giving no fucking team to Russell Westbrook. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he did.
Especially at
He
that,
said, Russ, man, Russ, you got it. Russ is on the
especially at that.
ball. I'm gonna play
No, he
off
was
the
talking.
ball.
He was talking about you
Why
got
he
as far as
couldn't
the
play his
game. He
role?
wasn't talking. Ain't no way LeBron deferring to fucking Westbrook, bro. See,
That's
you
what he
talking
said.
crazy.
hey, look though. Let
And
me say
AD,
something though.
no,
Let me say
AD
something.
said, he said to Russell, I want you to do your shit. Don't change. He didn't say I'm giving you the team.
Right.
Well, let me ask you something,
Do
Graham.
your shit,
LeBron,
man.
hold on, watch
Play
this.
your
Watch
way.
this.
He
LeBron, the
didn't think
greatest
Russ
player who
did.
ever played the game, but he can never adapt to nobody else's game. Chris Bosh and everybody has to adapt to him because he's one dimensional.
That's what I was
Okay,
finna
so
say. That's
Kwame,
exactly what I was finna say.
well, hold on. So
He's
where
one
the hell
dimensional. You gotta admit that. He's one dimensional. Paul Pierce
where
got more
where
game than LeBron. I'll give
where
the
in
ball
fucking
last year to Paul Pierce over LeBron.
And Grams, when is
where in
LeBron
Got
gonna
the
make
ball
sports
his
over
players
LeBron.
better, bro?
where in sports that the player that's the best player he has to change for the team rather than the team change for him.
Who said he's the best player?
He's not the best player.
He's the best on his
He
team.
has
He was considered the best
the
player.
least bag
No, he
on
was
every
not.
team he's been on. AD got a bigger bag than LeBron.
AD was the best
That's a
player on the
fact.
team.
That's a fact.
Hey, what the fuck is a bag gonna do if he's the leading scorer? Did he scorer?
He wasn't the
So
leading
he don't need
scorer,
a
bro.
bag.
Huh?
He was not the
He didn't
lead.
need
Already
it.
showed you he wasn't the leading scorer last night.
But why he gotta lead? Why he's gotta have a bag if he's
He
still
wasn't the
scoring?
leading
If you
scorer.
can't,
We already showed you that.
huh?
We already showed you he wasn't the leading scorer in that playoffs.
You're talking about a playoffs. Okay, let me
That's
concede
where
this.
it matters. That's where stars are born.
He wasn't the leading
So okay,
scorer.
but so across the board,
Anthony
because
Davis averaged 28 and 12 in that bubble championship. He should have been MVP,
Facts.
not LeBron.
Facts.
That's why I'm like, so
And he
how
was
in the
dropping
world
40
do
in the
you
finals, bro.
once again, you keep crediting LeBron when everybody else is doing the work? I don't understand that.
Facts.
what you mean everybody else is doing the work? They're all doing their job because you're saying because he averaged okay.
No, because
Saying
you
that.
only see LeBron. That's the only
Well,
reason.
no, because okay, but using your thing because he averaged more points. But why did Jaylen Brown get the MVP? When Tatum averaged more points.
He did. Jaylen Brown did. Oh no, Jaylen Brown did get the MVP.
Exactly. I know what I'm talking about. Why?
He played better than Tatum, fam.
He
But he
outplayed
no, how
LeBron
did he play
on the
better? But
ball.
Tatum averaged more points.
But look,
he
LeBron
did.
didn't
But he
average.
did
LeBron didn't
on
play
both
better than
sides of the
AD.
ball. He did
But
not overperform.
what I'm saying is, it
He
doesn't mean the guy
actually
who averaged more.
stopped. He
It
stopped the
doesn't mean
best
who the guy.
player on the other team.
It
But
doesn't
Only
mean because the
LeBron
guy
AD,
who
stopped
averaged
the
more
AD,
best
points
player.
has to be the one who gets the ring, the champion, or be considered the best.
bro,
It doesn't
AD
mean the guy who scored
impacts the
the
game
most.
more than Bron, bro. I watched that whole playoffs, bro. AD was on
Well,
defense
I can
getting
go
hella
on by
blocks.
but going by the conversations that I hear tonight, there's nothing LeBron did, and nothing.
No,
Everybody
he
else did
did,
everything
bro.
but
He
him.
did. LeBron did play
Exactly.
well, but LeBron did do a lot of his career, bro. But
Because
if you
because I
you
can't.
giving him too much credit, bro. He had the most help
I think
ever, bro.
when they
And
lost
he still only got 4 rings.
when they lost to Golden State in the playoffs in the finals, he led both teams in every statistical category. Even though they lost, they were actually considering giving this motherfucker the MVP. He led them in scoring, rebounding,
Hell
assists.
no.
Go
How you
back and
gonna
look
get
it up.
MVP if y'all lose? If you lose,
Right.
But see, you don't know history because it's happened before.
Yeah, Magic Johnson got it.
No,
for
it
real?
wasn't Magic Johnson.
It
No,
wasn't
it
Magic.
Jerry
wasn't.
West. Jerry West.
Jerry West. See, you got guys don't even know what the hell they talking about. And they from out
Well,
west.
goddamn,
So
that was like 70 years ago. What the hell
it
you
Yeah, that
still,
was in
talking
the
I
about?
said, it still
'60s,
That
happened.
man.
dude was
It
a
still
Laker.
happened. But
They, they don't do that
I
no
know this,
more.
and I'm on the East Coast. That's your team. You should know that if that's your team.
They're not my team. What are you talking about?
No, I'm saying I said if. I don't know. I said if. But again,
I know of a Laker who got it, but yeah, that was happened back in the day.
but I'm saying
But
he go look.
that's
So
not
to
the point.
the dude that said it ain't true, go look it
You
up. He led him
can't
in every statistical
define.
category.
You are a
Both
LeBron
teams.
James fan.
Nah, I
You
know he
can't
did
tell
that.
me one good defining moment from any NBA Finals from LeBron. You can't even find one. You don't even know it. He don't even have one. When he played OKC,
So this is again when you say
Where
a
is it?
narrative.
Don't
Let's
exist.
say let's go by your
They
question.
don't even show his finals.
Because we go by your question, because there's something to say he doesn't have a thing. Oh, that means he ain't nothing. So my thing is, if I don't shoot the last shot, because Mike and Kobe did it, you can't be great, even though he's hit more clutch shots than them. Or if I don't do it this way, oh, it's because they did it this way. It's got to be
Hey,
done this way.
look,
No,
bro. He ain't hit more clutch shots
everybody
than
game
him,
you play
bro.
differently.
Hey, Kobe has the most game winners ever. He has 38 game winners, bro.
I
You
said
talking
no,
about a stat that the media, bro?
no.
Yeah, yes, he do, bro.
Go to the playoffs.
Cause look, bro, the media they when
I
LeBron stats, bro,
said the
when
playoffs. I said
LeBron's
the
records,
playoffs.
they make up records for LeBron, bro. They make up
Okay,
records for
see,
him,
I
fam.
can see when you talk. See, when people like that, I can't. You making up records. I can't even talk to a dude like you. I said in the playoffs
Bro,
when it counts, look it up.
they said LeBron has a
Who's
record
they? Who's they?
for the
Hold on.
most
Who's they?
10
Who's
point
they?
And they
games,
said
bro.
Kobe is the gatekeeper. LeBron sucks. No, it ain't.
Who's they said
But
this?
listen,
Who
man,
says they?
listen. I'm saying this to you. All I'm saying is you already know that you're wrong about what you're saying. That's why you saying that you'll get a ball to Kobe or MJ over LeBron.
That's
LeBron
not
is
true.
not
That's
that
not true.
guy, bro.
That's
You
not
already
true.
said it. You already said it though.
You already
I
said
said
it. You know he's not that guy.
because if I still because you're talking about a specific moment. If I'm talking about the game, I want
I'm
the ball
talking
in
about the
LeBron's hand.
moment because he can't rise to the occasion in every moment. The reason why they wouldn't get a ball to me in certain situations because I'm not gonna hit the free throws if they foul me. LeBron
But
is not
again,
either.
look.
No,
But look now.
hold on. And then LeBron can't score at every level. He can't drive right, pull up on a dime, and get a shot like KD. He can't go left. He even admitted that he had trouble going left and pulling up. So he don't have the confidence in the bag to do the certain things that other players could do. I would give the ball to Paul Pierce. You could throw the ball in and inbound it to Paul Pierce at the free throw line, and you can guarantee that's a bucket. LeBron has no spot that you can give him the ball like that and it guarantee a bucket other than a fucking dunk.
None.
Come on. So you're talking about when he has this little floater and he's on the wing that fadeaway that he uses. He think he can't do that.
Did you hear what I said? I can
Yes, if they pass it to him, in the paint,
bro. Hold on.
in the post.
You gotta listen to the basketball knowledge of what I'm trying to tell you. Kareem, we can get a ball to Kareem in a certain spot, and he's gonna throw that hook, and can't nobody stop it. LeBron James don't have that. You can get a ball to Paul Pierce.
His turnaround.
To Paul Pierce at that free throw line, and nobody could stop what he was gonna do. Nobody, a center, a small, nobody. And LeBron does not have that.
he has a turnaround, Kwame, that
That's
he
why
uses
every
all the
year he
time.
needed help. Every year he needed help. J.J. Barrera guarded LeBron James. There's
Who
no
doesn't
fucking
need
way you
help?
put J.J. Barrera on Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan. No way in the world.
They would have
Who
destroyed
doesn't need
Michael Jordan
help?
would have turned around and looked at J.J. Barrera holding that ball in one hand and laughed at his little ass.
Because even Tim Duncan said they asked
on that ball and just spin it around his head and then shot it.
They asked Tim Duncan.
He did when they put Muggsy Bogues on him.
Hey, look, MJ would have been spinning the ball around goddamn J.J. Barrera head with them big ass mitts and just shooting that bitch after he spin it around 3 times and then shot. 3 more times.
They asked Tim Duncan, who was the hardest player.
Terry guarding LeBron James at 6'9", and this man barely over 6 foot.
They asked Tim Duncan, who was the hardest player they had to scheme against. He played against Mike. Tim Duncan. He said LeBron James is. Pop said he is the hardest player that we had to scheme against.
How was he the hardest? Hold on. How was he?
We're taking his money and the kids wasn't him. We don't want to hear what Tim Duncan
How was he the hardest player to scheme and they let him shoot? He couldn't even shoot.
And bro, they always.
I'm talking about the second time around. I'm talking about the second. Even when they lost, even when they lost, he said it was. Even when they beat him, he still said that.
Man, we don't give a damn what Tim Duncan said.
See, that's my point. You guys don't care about stuff that people say for their opinion, but everybody else that says something about LeBron.
Why your mic so goddamn? Hold on, Graham. Let me hear what Sino say real quick. Hold on, Graham.
Tim Duncan said that he had a better career than LeBron James. I don't see you talking about that.
Yeah, let's believe Tim Duncan on that. Let's believe Tim Duncan.
First I gotta look it up because I can't trust half the shit any of y'all say because y'all be talking about feelings.
Tim Duncan on that one there.
So. I can't believe half the stuff y'all saying because y'all don't say some stuff that's kind of be like that ain't true.
I can't believe what you saying. You better work for Clutch Sports this year.
No, I'm objective. I don't hear no objectivity from nobody. Nobody's being objective.
I'm being objective. I ask you questions and I induce.
And I answered your question.
No, that's what I'm saying. I induce answers out of you that prove that we agree. You answer the thing is, agrees with me.
Right, but the thing is, Kwame, you deduced the game a whole 40-something minutes.
You gotta turn off your YouTube in the background.
Who?
Go ahead.
You deduced the 48-minute game down to one incident.
No,
a free throw.
Absolutely.
Yes, you did because you just said, who do you want this person taking this shot? There's a whole game. There's a whole game that leads up to that.
Because wait. You don't understand what the GOAT and what the superstar players are designed for. You all base them off that moment. That's the only thing they're defined by is who's the best in that moment. Otherwise, you're just talking about the rest of the guys.
For real.
These guys are in that moment. These guys rise to the occasion. Do you know how hard it is to be down 1 and you go up there and you got to make 2 free throws to win the game, or to be down 2 and you got to go up there and hit 2 free throws to tie the game? It takes a special type of player to be able to do that. And you got to be judged by that on that level. And you want to take that away from LeBron. He cannot be
No. I said Kobe. I said Kobe.
Wait. I judge the GOAT by if he got ice in his veins. LeBron don't have no ice in his veins.
But again, Kwame, but that's your opinion. And I respect
it's not my opinion. That's an observation.
No. You said I feel because that's your opinion.
Based on your own pick by going with Kobe, you know LeBron don't got ice in his veins. You can foul LeBron and he gonna miss one of them free throws. You know that.
But I disagree. I don't know that. I could be objective. That doesn't mean he's the greatest in everything in basketball
already. His free throw.
So again, I went to a guy whose strength might be better. But if I want a guy who's going to lead the team and from day one drafting first, of those 3, I'm gonna go LeBron because he does everything well.
With Kobe
so what about winning though? So when you say lead,
it got something to do with the moment.
What about winning?
They gonna rise to that moment. Listen, it's levels to this shit, bro. It's certain guys that's good. It's certain guys that's great, and it's certain guys that live for that moment. No matter how bright that light get, that's what they want to see. It's certain guys you can drown them out with the light.
Hey,
And
Graham.
LeBron
I'll
could
go
be
ahead. Go ahead.
drowned out with the moment.
Hey, Graham.
He
Let
just
me
sent
ask
it
you
to you.
this. You talking about narratives and stuff. I know you was talking about LeBron being unselfish or he passed first. I completely disagree with that. Completely disagree with that. I think he the most selfish player ever in history, in NBA
Well,
history.
well, I'm sorry, I can't go by. Go ahead,
Let me say
because
this.
I never get
Right.
to land. But go
I
ahead.
think it's a difference between passing for an assist and passing
This
to
nigga
get your
never
team in
finished.
it.
Talking about he never get to land.
That
No, because
look,
they interrupt me, and then I go to another
when you
question.
pass, listen though, Kobe is less selfish than LeBron. If Kobe would pass the ball, let you dribble, do something with it first. You know what I'm saying? But he's the ultimate bailout. When the game on the line, you give it to Kobe. Kobe gonna make sure he gonna choose what's gonna happen. Either he gonna
I,
pass it or he gonna shoot it. It's up to him. But with
see, buddy,
LeBron,
buddy.
hold on. With
Okay, okay.
LeBron, yeah, he passes to you, you're supposed to shoot because he want that assist. That's all he
Hey,
wants. So somebody who haven't shot the ball since the second quarter or third quarter, he cold. He ain't even touch it. Like anybody that play basketball
buddy,
know you gotta at least touch that ball to at least, get a feel for it. You ain't gotta
buddy,
shoot,
no,
but just get a feel
buddy,
for it. But he don't even allow people to get a feel for the ball. And that's selfish,
buddy
though.
with the Kevin Durant background. You better cover your damn face. Laugh. You know you want to laugh at that one.
No, that's hell
Talking
yeah,
about
that shit
Kobe,
true though.
because that no. But how is
Nah,
okay? So if
Jerry, what
he
players
doesn't
have
He
to
got the
get
highest
in the
if he's
usage
not
role,
a
rate.
good
get in position?
if he's not a passer,
Hey
how the
Graham,
hell
you
he
don't
how
want
hold on.
no smoke
See,
with
I don't get
Cino
see I
because you
don't
don't
see
let
I
him
didn't
say
say he
I
wasn't
don't
nothing.
a
get to
passer. I
laugh.
said he passed
I don't
for
see.
assists.
This is my point. I don't get to land. Y'all cut me off interject before I can say my point.
No, go ahead. You go ahead and
How
go, and then
how
we're gonna let
how
Cino
can
go after you. Go ahead
how
and
can
go.
a
We're gonna
guy
let Cino go.
if so somebody said guy is just talking about he pass for assists because the guy doesn't have to dribble. If I'm getting double teamed or I make a pass, he hit guys in their shots for them to shoot. They didn't have to dribble because the defense shifted to his side of the court. When he passed it, they made it. But therefore, a guy to say he
I'm just
doesn't
talking
pass.
about filling the
Hold
ball,
on.
being part of the game. They not
No, let
part
He's
of the
him
part.
game
finish.
What
Let
until
you
he
him
mean?
finish,
passes.
Michael.
Okay,
Let him finish,
hold
Michael.
on. Yeah, I said that. Let me finish, bro. How the hell if he's not a passer, but he passed Magic Johnson, an all-time assist leader?
But
How he doesn't pass? Hold on. How he doesn't pass? But when he's in Cleveland, Booby Gibson made an All-Star team.
Can I
He was an
answer?
All-Star. As soon as LeBron left, he was out the league in 2-3 years.
Can I answer
Because
the
Come
of
on.
the
question?
yeah.
So
It's easy
how is
though.
it that he does? How does he make those? Does he don't make his guys better? Guys make
He,
All-Star teams, but then
he,
before then they never did.
Thank you.
Can I
All right,
answer
oh,
so
this?
Cino, go ahead
that's
and
a
answer
lie.
that question.
That's a lie.
Okay, now
That's a
let me
lie.
answer this whole slew of questions. First off, Kobe Bryant leads all two guards in the history of the NBA in assists, the average of assists.
But he's not a two guard. He's a small forward. So you breaking it down.
Wait, you just
You break
talked about landing the plane and
Brian,
then
no,
you
but
interrupted.
no,
No, come
Bryant,
on now, come
Kobe
on now.
Bryant was a two
This is
guard.
why nobody else get to land their plane because of you.
Kobe Bryant was a two guard. He only moved to small forward when he got older, but he still was a two guard. But he's classified as a two guard. So he averaged the most assists from a two guard in NBA history, more than Mike, more than anybody else that ever done it. Now, as far as you talking about LeBron passing Magic Johnson, this is again what we talked about, longevity stats. Magic only played like 11 to 12 years in the NBA. I know it seemed like he played longer, but he only played 11 to 12 years. It took LeBron James like 19, 17, 20 years to get to where Magic Johnson is. He doesn't even have the assist record. And John Stockton even played no 24 years in the league. So it's taking LeBron longer just to catch everybody else. If we was on a track and I've passed the finish line already like years ago, and then you pass it like, yeah, I passed you. It's like, dude, we've been finished this race. You ain't caught us yet. The race is over already. You can't catch somebody that already finished. So even if he surpassed him, you didn't do it in the same or quicker than that person. How are we having this conversation?
The mic
Facts.
muted.
And LeBron got the highest usage rate, so
But
that's what Michael was talking about too.
Yeah,
but you asked
like
Cino, you asked me a question, right?
Yep.
So those guys that you mentioned, i.e. John Stockton, yeah, they did it in a shorter time, but that was his role, was to pass the ball to Carl. LeBron don't have one role. He has a role of he has to score. I need you to play because you're talking about his prime. We're not talking about him in his LA years because he's old. We're talking about in the prime of his years because y'all don't want to bring up Michael Jordan in the Washington Wizards era when they didn't make the playoffs one year and they're under 501. But we ain't gonna worry about the 40s. We're gonna talk about his prime. He didn't have one job to do. He wasn't just say, you know what, we just need you to score. It was no, we need you to go out there
Who
and give us
won't
20.
bring up Michael Jordan era
No,
with
hold on.
Washington?
See,
I
I
will
see
bring it
you,
up.
but Kwame,
But
you had me
you're
finish.
making statement. You're making
No,
statements saying
no.
things like that.
But
I'll bring it up.
but I still got to land, and then you could address that comment.
You
Okay.
still have
Well,
to answer.
I want to address that comment.
So LeBron wasn't asked to just rebound. He had to rebound. He had to score, and he had to make assists. So you make it seem like his job was just to send assists to say, well, why you haven't passed John Stockton? You played 20-some years. That's not my only role that I have. That was mainly John Stockton's role. Karl Malone, Jeff Hornacek, get them guys the ball so they can score. That was his role. So that was Magic Johnson. Well, Magic Johnson's role wasn't to score because he had Cap. His job was to get the ball. His job was to that was not his main job, bro. His main job was to get the ball to Cap and all that.
Bro, you capping. A superstar role is to win. They don't have no fucking role. They're not role players. They're getting paid.
No, Karl Malone was their guy.
You won't let nobody land their plane. You always want to talk. Let me say something.
Finished.
Let me finish what I'm saying. A superstar player don't have a role. Their job is to win. You get paid the money to win. We bring role players around the superstar so that you give them the best opportunity to win. And that's it. You're trying to talk around the topic. LeBron James has been put on every team to be a winner. And everybody has to fit in around him because he has deficiencies in his game that other superstars do not have. And that's the problem. He never worked on certain parts of his game. So yelling over that is not going to win that argument. LeBron James right now is looking for a team that can fill in the gap of his holes. He cannot play defense. He's not the best defender. Kobe's a better defender. MJ's a better defender. Yep. Hell, Melo is a better defender, and KD.
Yep.
And one-on-one offensive players, all of those guys are better than them in the one-on-one offensive playing. That's why when you saw the USA, you saw LeBron sitting out when those guys were playing one-on-one because he does not want to. He does not want to compete in that way. And LeBron, his career has been more catered to the story of the chosen one instead of letting it be just competition of basketball.
Yep. That's what I said. Franchise players and there are role players. Are you a franchise player or role player? Same thing he said. Their jobs are to win. You have a franchise player. John Stockton, Karl Malone, franchise players. Everybody else has to play a role and fit into those positions around them. But those
right.
Are
and look, the new age media will give you credit for scoring 20 and 10 as a franchise player. Back then, they ain't give you no credit because you didn't win.
Yeah.
Not to cut you off, Sino, but go ahead, Sino.
No, I was just saying that you're absolutely correct. That's how it was. That's how the game went. Though you have a cornerstone piece, or you'll have two, and you'll say, "All right, these are our cornerstones, and we're going to build around them." The Bulls, Michael Jordan was the only franchise player. That's it. It was Michael Jordan. Everybody else were role players. As great as Scottie Pippen was, and everybody think he's so great, Scottie Pippen was a role player. And that is the difference. If you've seen it play and you've seen it happen, you would understand it more. But now the LeBron fans want to glamorize.
I don't know if I've never seen a role player go to be top 75 all the time. See how they diminish.
That's not true. That's not true.
No, but I mean, he's a role player. But look how Scottie Pippen is diminished.
Hold up.
He was just. I gotta get to land now. I gotta get to land my plane.
Graham, I'm listening to you over talk everybody. I ain't here to argue with you, bro. I'm here to talk. Okay? Yeah. Okay, so listen. Sometimes it's okay. That's why you got two ears and one mouth. if you ever listen to real guys that have played, the best, the number one, the guy who they consider the best number one role player of all time is Scottie Pippen. Why do you think they call him that?
Exactly.
Oh, I agree. Scottie Pippen was a beast.
Hold up, that ain't what you just said. You just said you never
No,
seen a top 75 guys, a guy in the
no,
top
I
75
was
as a road guy.
I would know I was being it was my sarcasm is what I was being because the
Oh,
fact that
okay,
he I was
okay.
being sarcastic because they're saying robe. That's how he's diminished.
Now
Michael
I've
Jordan
been
was the only.
listening.
No, he said he. Go
I've
ahead.
been listening to everybody, right? And I'll say this: I agree with some things that some people say, and I don't agree with what everybody says. I think that LeBron James, when he was younger, actually tried to play a little bit of defense. I think since he's gotten older, and then they've catered to him so much the way he said, "Fuck it, I don't. Hey, look, whatever I say is gonna go, so I ain't gotta play no defense." Because I've seen games when he was younger in Cleveland where he tried to take on the challenge of guarding Kobe. Maybe
D
not
Rose.
Yeah, I
to
still
be
see
not
it
to
too.
be effective. I've seen him take on Derrick Rose. I've seen him take on Kevin Durant. But since he's gotten older, I've seen him run away from those challenges.
But Chuck,
Right? We
to
we've
your
never.
okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I've never seen Kobe back down that challenge, even as he got older. I never seen Michael back down from that challenge, even as he got older. That's the only thing I say. I think that LeBron James is a hell of a basketball player. I think
I think we lost you, Chuck. Y'all hear him?
I
Do y'all
think
hear
he's a
him?
hell of a basketball player too. He's just not the GOAT.
I
All
don't.
Yeah,
right,
he's a
and I
good
respect.
player.
I
He's
respect
just
you.
not the GOAT.
I respect your opinion. I respect your opinion. I have a different one. I mean, why is I'm not dissing. That's your opinion.
You don't even
I don't
think he
have
the GOAT. You won't even give the
that.
GOAT
No,
the
no,
ball.
but see,
I
You won't
think
that's
even
he's
not.
give him the
No,
ball.
no.
He ain't the
See, but
GOAT.
see,
He a
that
a
Billy
because
GOAT.
no,
playground
because
player.
that
That's it.
because if I had to then say overall, if you open it up because you only gave me three, I probably put it in his prime. I put in Steph Curry's hand.
of course.
Not over
I'm
no
still
No,
Kobe
no,
or
giving
no
it to
no,
Jordan.
MJ
but no,
of Kobe
but
over
no,
anybody.
but no, but I know because I gave it to the three that you only named. But if you open it up, I probably put in Steph Curry's hand for the free throw and to get a shot because he can get a shot over anybody. But you only gave me three, so if I said Steph Curry, does that mean Steph Curry's the good because I said he's better than him because he can hit that shot? He's the best to do that shot. I'm gonna put the best player of the people that can do it to do that job.
There's
But
nobody
because
better
that
than
doesn't mean
Kobe to do that. There's nobody better than Kobe and MJ to do that job. That's the
For
like I
real.
say
problem.
that, and that's
Not at
cool. That's
all.
your opinion. If I will
You
keep the
already
ball to
put
Steph Curry.
two people above
No,
LeBron.
but you gave me those three. If I overall, I would have said I would give it to
No, I'm
Steph.
saying in every scenario. Listen, when
That's three
But
people
of the
though.
championships are
three,
won, you got to look at when championships are won. Sometimes it
Yeah.
come down to the last shot, and you got to entrust your superstar player.
but sometimes they don't, Kwame. Sometimes they don't come to the last
No,
shot. So
but
if a
at
guy,
the time, I'm paying the superstar for that reason. I pay for my expensive quarterback like Tom Brady for the red zone. That's why he's here.
but
That's
okay,
when
Kwame.
we win.
That's right.
Kwame. If said player, if said team, anybody is in the finals, and their games don't come down to a last second shot, they are the one or they lost the game. But let's say this superstar that you have on your team. How are you going to say he's not really a superstar because he didn't hit a last shot? The team won. The game didn't come down to a last shot, but because he didn't hit a shot that didn't happen in the game, he's still not great.
That's
Hey,
not
bro,
what
let me
I'm
ask you a
saying.
question
Yeah,
though.
I'm
Hey,
nobody's
let
saying
me
saying
ask
I
he's
you.
not
don't
great.
want
Hey,
that
hey,
guy. I don't want that guy on my team
hey,
But
that
the
can
games
take
didn't come
it.
down
No,
to a
listen,
last
listen.
shot
I'm
though.
answering your question. I'm answering your
hey,
question.
look.
I don't want that guy on my team that cannot win the game on every level in every scenario. If he gets fouled, I want him to be able to hit the two free throws or three in a row. If he needs a three, I want him to be able to shoot a three. If he needs a two, I want him to be able to go get that. With 5 seconds, 3 seconds, all of those scenarios, I want that superstar that can meet all of those benchmarks.
And to
Okay.
piggyback to that,
Can I
to
say something
piggyback,
though, Kwame? I just want
yes,
to say something too.
and, and,
Who
and,
would you
and
take?
to piggyback,
Yeah. So who would you take
and,
if we talking about the finals? And we talking about Jordan and Kobe and LeBron. Who would you take to win the game though? Forget
Who I
the
think?
last. I'm taking Kobe and I'm taking Kobe and Mike all day.
Well, okay. I would take LeBron. Why? Because he's got the percentages and
But
he's hit more
his
shots than both of them.
his record don't
Now,
show it though.
earlier you
His
said you
I
were
said
taking
winning.
Kobe.
I said winning. His record.
No.
His
Because hold on. Because now
He did
if
say
you want to sit
Kobe.
there, no, because
I
I'm going
know I
off the
ain't tripping.
percentage. I'm going off the
He did
percentage.
say he'll take Kobe.
Yeah,
But
he
You
said
said you
Kobe,
were
didn't
gonna
he?
I
take
said, but my
Kobe
thing is, if
earlier.
he the way
That's how he got the
the way he
two.
answered, but the way he answered the question last time, I said of the three, Kobe. But if I'm gonna go by the game and say, well, who's the better percentage of the three and the ball's out there, I'm gonna give it to Bron because he's got the better percentage
I
than
don't
all
think
of
he
them.
asked
There
that though.
you
I
Now,
think he
go.
Better
asked who
percentage of
you
what?
take for the
Y'all
last
Better
but
two.
you
percentage of what?
lose. That's all that
hold
Better
on,
better
there's a
percentage of
caveat.
what though?
He's more efficient than both of them in the clutch
Oh
in
God.
the playoffs.
I
is. You
said
don't
He's more
winning though,
efficient.
brother.
Hold on, no, but see now you're changing the narrative to winning. You just said if he hits the
Yeah,
shot,
that's what.
he
No, I ain't
he
say.
hit
I
the
ain't never said hit the shot.
he
No. I never said hit the shots. I said for the game. I'm talking about for the finals. If you had
it's a
to win
game
the
winner. That's a
finals,
game winner. It's a game
no.
winner.
Listen to me. I'm talking about going into the finals though, bro. Like
He can
playing
win the
for. If
series.
you, I'm talking about the series, right? If you had to pick one of those players, who you taking?
Well,
You can't say
if I
LeBron, bro. He lost six
no,
times.
because I mean that's
That's what I'm
such a
saying. He
loaded
lost
it's
his
such a
finish.
loaded question because it's a loaded question because if I need a two, I'm gonna go to LeBron because I know he's gonna freight trade down. You're gonna
It's
have to
not
foul him.
loaded. He just asking you who you taking.
No, I'm not talking about
No,
a
but
Who
if
you
particular. Bro,
taking?
He
I'm
talking about who
talking
Who you
gonna win
about.
the
taking?
series,
I'm talking
but the
about
the
game
who the
only
that's a
series.
loaded question because if they're down one, I don't need
He
somebody
the
to
talking
shoot
about
a
game
going
winning
straight.
into the
shot, bro. The
series.
whole series, not a
Man.
game winning
So
Well,
shot.
so
of
The
so
course,
hold
whole
but
on.
if
game winning shot.
So you think hold on.
I'm gonna go with
Let me make it more
LeBron.
clear. Let me make it more
Going
clear.
into
So
it.
Well, okay,
let me make it more clear. So you think LeBron is a better winner than Kobe and Mike?
y'all talking loud, arguing. I ain't get
It
arguing.
is a better winner.
Winner.
There,
Do you
well,
think
first of
he's
all,
a better winner?
define winner first. Define winner. I want
I'm
to know what
talking
you mean when
about
you say winner.
Win the
I'm talking about
championship, win
Foz
the
in
game.
the
somebody
finals.
who do
If
whatever it
somebody
takes to win.
somebody when they get there, they gonna win. I mean, I know Kobe lost twice, but he won more than he lost. LeBron is the only superstar that y'all put him in the GOAT conversation that got more losses than wins, though. I'm trying help me to understand that.
Okay, so let me answer your question.
LeBron's
You
a
want me to
bum.
hold on?
That's why I've
You
been
want me to
trying
no,
to tell y'all.
you want me to answer your question, right?
He's going
Go
LeBron's
ahead.
a bum.
No, let me answer your question. Let me answer your question. And I just want to see where this goes. Name me any team in the finals Michael Jordan played that could be any of the teams that LeBron played in the finals.
Oh, so now you
Every
giving
last
him
one of them.
excuse.
Every
No,
Yeah. So
because every
you
hold on. I asked a question. Answer the
I'm
question
trying
first
to answer.
because it's my time. But no, because I have something else to say. But I just want to know which team he's
okay.
ever played is
You
comparable.
don't even want to pause for the answer.
That don't
No,
even make
I'm
sense
listening.
though, bro. Because Kobe beat
I
some of
don't
them
think he
Spurs
want to hear
teams.
a response. I think
You
that
see
Kobe
what
was
I'm
a
beat that
saying?
troll.
Boston
So
Celtic team, them
yeah,
Spurs
yeah.
team.
Then he beat the Boston. Yeah, he beat. Hey,
You know
look,
what I'm saying? Kobe don't win and get some
hold on though.
challenges. Go ahead.
Hold on though.
Man,
Uh,
Kobe beat the team.
2011 though. You think Kobe and Mike doing that? What he did?
2011.
And look,
You talking
and this is a
The
man.
man
And
beat the
look, this is a
Jazz.
man.
The man beat the
This
no,
is a
no.
Celtics.
man.
He
This
beat
is a
the
man. And
Pistons.
hold on, bro. This is a man that's handpicking his teams too, though, bro. So
Right.
You
all
talking
this
about
when you said,
Dallas one, right? When Dallas won,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
When
yeah.
Dallas won.
But
Okay,
hear
I
me
just want
out
to be
though,
sure. I
bro.
just want to be sure.
Yeah, hear me out though,
Go
bro.
ahead. Go ahead.
When you
Go ahead.
said when you just said that Mike, what team he would have beat far as the teams LeBron played, think about what I'm about to say. LeBron
That's not what I said.
before
That's
he
not what I said.
before no, listen to me. Before he formed the super team, he only went to the finals once. Once he formed the super team, this one he started going to the finals. So I can't help if he lose in the finals and he formed these teams because it wasn't like he was getting to the finals every year until he formed these super teams. So by him having these losses on his record, you can't get to say, "Oh, name me one team that name me the team that Mike would have beat that LeBron played." No, he chose that path.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
You did say that. You said
no. I
didn't say
said name a team. No, I said name a team that Michael Jordan faced in the finals that's better than the Spurs when all those Spurs teams, and the Golden State teams. That's all I'm
98
saying.
Jazz,
Hold
the
on.
Jazz,
Come
the
on, bro.
Utah
Them
Man,
Jazz.
Utah
come on,
Jazz.
man, you crazy. The Jazz
What do
was
you
Them
mean?
trash.
Utah Jazz.
First of
They
all,
was
the
trash.
Jazz
Look though, bruh. Kobe beat
Jazz
them
had
teams you talking about though. Kobe
huh?
beat Kobe beat Boston. Kobe beat the Spurs.
Right. Kobe.
Them same years.
Kobe beat them
Kobe
That's what I'm
teams.
gave
Okay, but
saying.
hold on,
That's what I'm saying.
hold on.
Kobe beat him.
We was talking about Mike. We was
Kobe
talking about
gave
Mike. Now let's
Spurs
switch
the
to
Why you don't
Kobe.
want to talk
championship,
about Kobe?
bro.
No,
No,
because if he's the closest, hold on, bro.
no, but let's finish the Kobe, the Michael Jordan conversation. How we just gonna interject Kobe and we're
Bro,
talking about Mike though?
Oh,
if
all right.
Kobe's the closest to Mike, what makes you think Mike wouldn't have beat them teams either?
But again, hey, we were talking about Mike and now somebody. So how are we supposed to finish that? And we're bringing in Kobe because I could address the Kobe thing too, but we're talking about Mike at this point
But it's not
because
all three of them though, bro.
because the only time Mike faced a team in the finals that had more than one Hall of Famer was the Jazz. On his team, he had him Hall of Fame. He had Kukoc Hall of Fame.
But
He
you
had
always
Pippen Hall of
got a
Fame.
Hall of Famer next to LeBron on the same team. He be playing
Right,
with
but
two Hall of
everybody,
Famers.
Right.
hold
But
on,
y'all
man,
play with all the Hall of Famers.
lied. He just
That's
lied
why
about
I wish
how
I
he
could
had
team and
he
say
had
who's the
two
all stars on
All-Stars.
that side. I'm gonna team up with them.
I agree with you. I agree with you, Kwame. I agree they all did. But not the teams he faced, though. Not the teams he faced.
So-
The
so-
Spurs.
I'm
You
saying
just lied
is,
about
if you on the
All-Stars.
team with two Hall of Famers, you cancel out the Hall of Famer argument.
Facts.
No, say that one more time. Say it again.
He's playing alongside of two Hall of Famers every time he step on the court.
Court.
Luka is
He
a
got
Hall
enough
of
to win.
Famer. Westbrook is a Hall of Famer. AD is a Hall of Famer. All he do is play with Hall of Famers.
D-Wade.
That's
He
it.
played with Ben Wallace.
Ray
See,
Allen. Ray
The
Allen.
list of
the
Hall of
narrative
Famers with
has
LeBron
changed.
is
The
Hold
narrative.
on, y'all. What you saying, Sino?
LeBron played with 4 of the NBA top 75. He had him, AD, Carmelo, and Dwight Howard.
But and all them dudes you mentioned when he played with him, besides Wade and Boss, you name them, they weren't in their primes when he played with them. He played with Shaq, but Shaq was old as hell in
AD was
Cleveland
in
when
his
he played with
prime.
him.
Kyrie was in his prime. Wade was in his prime. Bosh was in his prime.
What does it?
I'm
By
saying
him being in their prime, what does that got to do with him not playing with them?
Russell Westbrook was in his prime.
No, but
So hold on. So, bro, you telling me Dwight Howard?
Westbrook, come on.
You telling me Dwight Howard didn't have he didn't have an impact on the Lakers when they won the championship?
Hell yeah, he did. Hell yeah, he did.
So what's by him bringing them up? What's the problem?
No. He had an impact. He had an impact in the Denver series game. In the finals, he didn't play much at all. In the Denver series, yes. In the finals, he barely played. Go look it up. He didn't play in the finals much. It was a matchup. It was a matchup.
Kobe in one of them finals.
But check this out, big dog. Check this out, dog. Dwight Howard still better than Luke Longley and all the centers that Jordan played with. Even at that stage, he's still better than that.
I agree. I agree 100%. But why you go to Luke Longley? What about Tony Kukoc? What about Dennis Rodman?
LeBron has played with more talent than anybody, though, bro. His team's always been loaded.
Yeah,
but again, a lot of times, a lot of the people that he did play with him, when they put up that list of the players he's played with, everybody make it seem like he played with all them dudes in their primes. None of them. I'm not saying all of them, but most. I'm not saying all of them.
Think about the decision where you did.
He played with enough. He played with enough of them in their prime.
in his prime.
Luka in his prime. Luka in his prime. AD. Come on, bro.
But hold on. The Luka situation wasn't him because they traded for him. That wasn't him.
Luka
What are you talking about, man?
He played with him. Hey, look. You know what's so crazy?
But to the dude that made a comment. But to the dude that made a comment about the Dallas series, the dude that made a comment about the Dallas series, you're right. But nobody brings up the fact that same Dallas team swept the Lakers before they got to the finals.
They ain't got nothing to do with LeBron James. I don't think Kobe had a Dwayne Wade on his team or Chris Bosh on his team.
Because that's to the narrative about the Kobe thing.
Let me talk about that, bro.
I'm glad you brought that up, though. What you said is correct, though. What you said is correct. But here's the thing, though. That Laker team only had a 3-year run, though.
I'm not trying to hear.
Two
Hey,
chips in a row.
I'm not trying to
And
hear
they
all these
went to the
excuses about
finals
runs.
three times in a row.
Who
No,
on
that
that
ain't no
Lakers team
excuse
is
though.
better than
That ain't
D
no
Wade
excuse
or
though.
Bosh?
Injured.
That ain't no
Hey,
excuse. How,
all I hear is excuses. They got swept.
that's not
They
an excuse
lost
though.
and got
Who
swept.
on that
Hey, bro,
Lakers
hey,
team is
bro,
better than D
I
Wade?
But
just
they
said they
won
got
two
swept.
back to
I can't
back.
deny
They
that. I
still
said they got
lost. They
swept.
still
But what
lost.
I'm saying is, but look,
You not
how
br-
you come in your prime in the same draft class? How you come in your prime and lose to a team like that
Why
though?
I'm hearing all
2000.
these? Why I'm hearing all these
let
excuses
me
for
ask
a
Nah,
dude?
let me ask
Graham,
They
that's not
No,
no
no,
lost.
no.
excuse, bro.
Hold on. Not
They
only
Yeah,
lost
that,
two
I'm with you,
rings
hold on.
back
Graham.
to
Y'all,
You
back.
said
you
that
lost to
one
an
you was
old. Hold
talking
on. You
about.
lost to
You
an old. Hey, look, you
said
lost to an old
that's
Tim
what they
Duncan too.
did with the
Then you beat
defense.
the old Tim Duncan. But
That's what they
when Mike beat the
changed.
Pistons, the Pistons was old. But when they beat the
But
Spurs,
when
Tim Duncan was
Jordan was
38 years
playing
old
and
though, bro.
everything, that's what they changed it
No,
to.
the hell he wasn't.
They
He
changed the
was.
legal defense
Tim
to
When
Duncan
they
was
being
when they
38.
but
second
when
rule.
hey,
they lost to the Spurs the first time, they had David Robinson, Tim,
No,
Manu.
David
They had
Robinson.
no, no,
Kawhi.
no,
Robinson
no,
was
no.
Kawhi.
Say,
horrible.
David
look, look,
Robinson.
look,
David
look,
Robinson
no,
was
no.
retired, man.
No,
My fault. Kawhi Leonard. All these dudes, these are all Hall of Famers. They
Not
had
in his prime. You want
but
to talk
they was
about prime?
old. Jamon was 36, 37.
Kwame was new in the league at that time.
Who?
He was
He talking
Kwame. I
about
mean not
Kawhi
Kwame.
Leonard.
Fuck.
No, no, no,
Kawhi
no.
Kawhi
I ain't
Leonard.
Leonard.
talking about
Kawhi.
Was in
Yeah,
that
I
Kawhi
team.
said,
wasn't in his
I
prime.
said Tim. I said
No,
Tim Duncan
he
was
was
old.
younger. He was even younger. He was
But
even younger.
Ginobili was old. They was
Six
old,
man
bro.
of the year, Hall of Famer.
Yeah, but I
Tim
don't know.
Duncan, Hall of
Did he
Let
Fame.
me
win? Hold
let
on,
me
Niggas
ask you
don't
hold
this,
let
on.
Graham.
Did he
Let
niggas
me
win
get
the
ask you,
six?
hope.
Graham.
Did he
Niggas don't
win the
want to let
six
niggas
man
get hope,
that year
bro.
they won the championship? You can't bring up what he used to do.
Hey, Graham.
At that point he might have, but he's still Hall of Famer.
Hey, Graham. Let me ask you
Hold
something.
on,
Let me
but you
ask you
just use the
something.
same. Hold on,
When
you
they
just
was
use the same
going,
argument with Dwight
when they
Howard.
was
I mean,
going,
far playing with LeBron James. Come
LeBron
on, bro. You can't
James,
have it both ways.
when LeBron James faced Dwight Howard in that Eastern Conference, where they were supposed to face Kobe going to the finals,
Come on.
Dwight Howard took LeBron right out.
Hey, and that Magic team that was a bad team, and they beat them. Okay, they
And
lost.
what
Hold on,
Kobe do to them
hold on.
though?
How you beat them? And you know Jamel Nelson ain't played that series too. They second best player and
You feel
play, and
me?
they
Yeah,
still
that's
beat
But
them.
the
You
problem.
feel me?
the thing about me, I'm not gonna make excuses for them. They lost. The
Yeah.
Magic whooped their
I'm
ass.
just,
I
Yeah,
know
I'm
Cool.
just saying.
you're not making
that's
it.
the
You're not
rule
making excuses.
down
Me
there.
like he got a lot of blemishes in that
That's
finals
That's
and
what
the
I'm saying.
Eastern
That's why
Conference
how you
finals.
can put.
But everybody got some type of blemish. Nobody say so when Kobe and they played in the playoffs against Phoenix and he quit in the
Hey
fourth
man,
quarter.
Graham just
Nobody
a
wants to bring that
fan,
up.
man. Y'all gotta let Graham be a fan. He
He a
don't know
He
fanboy,
wasn't a
basketball.
man.
He
fan.
a
He a
fan.
What,
fanboy
what
of
He
about
a
LeBron
fan,
You
James.
man.
you a
so
fanboy,
He a
man.
fan of LeBron, man.
y'all don't want to
Shut up
answer
or
that
down.
question.
Hey,
What about
that's
when
Man, he's
Kobe?
just a fan, bro.
Graham, that's
What about Kobe? What about when Kobe?
hey
And he
Graham,
gonna
that's
and he gonna out
that's
talk
look,
everybody anyway
that's
because
the
he LeBron.
defensive
He's that of a
No,
problem.
I'm
animal.
having a
Yeah, he that
conversation.
mentality. He don't want to have a conversation. He just want to
I'm
out
having
talk
a
you.
con
So
every
he
time.
a
But
Yeah,
see,
he
fan.
wanna
here's the
out
thing
talk
about it.
So
everybody.
Sino
Hey
trying to
Why?
Graham,
address
bro.
you. Go ahead, Sino. Address him then.
Yeah, I was
Let's
just saying
ask
that's
a
the
question.
rule that you was talking about. That you I said they changed from back in the day.
What's the rule? What's the rule? Go ahead. What's the rule?
It's the legal defense. It's right there on the screen. The legal defense
Right.
is eliminated. The zone defense is allowed. Defensive 3-second rule, which prohibit, they put that in there to take people out the lane without guarding an offensive player.
The 3 second rule's always been in the league. What you talking about?
No.
No, we talking about legal defense, man.
Right, the
Pay
legal right.
attention.
But I mentioned that. I said the legal defense changed, which made it harder now because you can play zone. You couldn't zone back then. Now I
There
can
was no
zone.
zone defense. That's what I told you. They
No,
changed the
no,
rules from back
right,
then.
bro. But it made it, which was easier. Think about Kobe on the island with somebody with nobody that's on the help side over there. You got Kobe guarding any dude on the wing. He cooking them.
Why you
Now
think it was
No,
you
easier
no,
for
he's
LeBron
not
to get to
because
the
you can
basket?
hand check. You leaving that part
but,
out.
right,
You just being
but he can. Oh,
loud.
yeah, he can hand check.
No,
But
no,
also
bro.
got.
Slow down. You gotta
But
slow
think.
down. You just getting a bunch of words out at one time. We
But
can
So
have a
that's
legal. You're missing the point that they took out a legal defense and the hand check. So it's not like you're on the island by yourself and you just get to blow by a guy. I get to put my arm on you, my forearm, my hand on your hip, and I can guide you. You can't do that in today's game.
And that's from somebody that played in the league.
Okay, but I'll tell you this: just like the guys that
Understand that.
you can say that, just to say you guys to the hand check. Go back and watch how a lot of the elite guards got off that. They grab that fucking hand and they'll push it back. They'll push it. They didn't just allow you. Because if that's the case, why did they
So you
just
think
didn't
every
have?
player did that? You think every player did that?
I said. Did you just hear me say? I prefaced my comment by saying, if you look at the greats, because you got to remember, every team didn't have a whole bunch of scores back then. Every team primarily had one or two possible scores on their team during the 90s. It wasn't like back then. You wasn't thinking back then that a four is going to give you 30 or 40. Nowadays, you can have a guy just come off the point example. Peyton Pritchard come off the bench, but when Tatum and them didn't play, he scored 50. They come back.
Because they have freedom of movement, which makes it easier.
But what I'm saying is the talent.
That's why LeBron can be a freight train and slash to the basket like he do.
The reason why they can do that now is that you got to let a guy get to a spot. Michael Curry, none of the guys back in the day, it was a more physical game. You're not coming off the bench doing none of that. You're going to be going to the trainer's table. You're not going to come off no bench and get no 50. That's not happening. It's going to be a long night for you. And because of freedom of movement and this incentive that the NBA did in order to incentivize scoring and clearing up the paint, that's why these guys score so easily.
And you're right.
That's why these teams score 100-some points every game.
They're not even in shape.
But you're right. I give you you're right. But you can't. You're right, Kwame, but you can't blame the players for that.
They also changed.
You can blame the players because they're not in better shape. Look at the way they pop their Achilles tendons. Look at the way they tear up their knees and just non-contact injuries. They're not in shape.
Hey, bro, they also changed the rule of you got to let the player land. You can't even be in his area when he coming down shooting the ball.
But that's protective. You should want that as a player to know if you come down your foot.
It easier to shoot, bro. That make it easier to shoot when you gotta give a player at least enough space. Like you gotta stand back.
What are you talking about? That's easier to shoot. Once you shoot, that's it.
That's why they travel a lot. That's why when that step back jump shot is traveling. That's traveling every time. Every time.
I'm not gonna say to everything is the greatest now, but come on, it's one me versus about 15 guys. But when a guy makes a comment and say the rule about landing, don't nobody say nothing yet. The shot's gone now. So because that's what Jalen Rose did to try to hurt Kobe. He would purposely do that. That has nothing to do with his jump shot because the shot is. But it should be a rule because now, especially a guy like Curry, every time he shoots, I just stick my foot underneath because he had bad ankles when he came in the league.
Look, but I'm not
that's
saying,
protecting the play.
It shouldn't be a rule. I'm saying to make it easier on the shooter because you at least got to give him space, bro. You can't just.
But that doesn't mean you're giving him space. You could run through him. Like Shane Betty used to do it. You could do that.
Like NFL,
you got to give him space because they kick their leg out.
Used to come across the middle. They used to get clean. Receivers coming across the middle, they knew they was gonna get their head took off. Now
on the slant route,
free reign. You can just come
right. Well, not free reign, but a lot of them dudes back then had CTE and they all messed up in the head now.
Right.
A lot of them.
They getting that now. You can't take CTE out of football.
That's what
if it's gonna be contact.
You can't. You're right. I'm not saying you can't. I didn't say that. I'm not saying a lot of them dudes are fucked up today though.
Those days who used to come across the middle knowing they gonna get knocked out. But now you can't do that. It's free reign. So they move different. Their confidence is high. They know they can't get touched like that coming across the middle. So it's a different game. That's what they're trying to say in the basketball term. So you can get it in the football analogy, but you can't get it in basketball.
But I agree. I agreed earlier and said they've allowed these guys to do. It's not much physical play. I said it earlier. I didn't disagree to that.
That's what I'm saying about the rule when they got to give a player space to land though.
But that's a different perspective. That's a different perspective. It's shooting.
Back in the day, you used to have to create your shot, create enough space so you didn't land on somebody's foot. But now you can just shoot it.
Got an open shot every time. That's up to me to hit it. That's a lot of relaxation.
I've played basketball and I've had people defend me. I've never come land on somebody's foot. That didn't affect my jump shot either.
That's the Bruce Bowen technique, man.
My point exactly, right? And that's what fucked up Kawhi's situation with the dude Zaza Pachulia when he did that. Kawhi ain't been the same since. That's why they put the rule in there.
But look though, Grams, I know you seen sometimes players don't do it to be dirty, bro. They just trying to close
You're right.
Out.
I agree. You 100% right.
It just was happening in the finals. It happened hella times on threes, giving people three free throws. It make it harder to shoot when somebody can play up on you like that. So since they changed the rule, now look at all these three free throw attempts that teams is getting, bro. It do make the game easier.
But if anything, it's going to be harder you're saying it's harder for the shooter. If anything, it's going to be hard for the defender because now he has to watch what he does.
That's exactly what
you said it's harder for the shooter. He said it's harder for the shooter. His whole argument has been
No,
is
I
saying
said
it's
it
harder
make
for the
it
shooter.
easier for the shooter, bro. I said it
He
make it
said
easier
easier for
because
the shooter.
But though, but they're still putting their hands up in their face. They're still
but you
affecting their
got to
jump
give them
shot. Cause
more room, bro. If you play
you,
basketball, you know when a player right up on you, it's different than when a player just put their hand up.
but you can still jump. You can still run through. You ain't got to. All I'm saying is when a guy
I know.
comes down is because again, some of them were accidental, but because that's their rule, they have to enforce it. Do I agree? Do I think every situation is like, oh no, that's no. Some shit is just basketball plays and shit happens. But they calling a foul. Okay, that's not the defender's fault, but that's they're calling that rule. But I'm not gonna sit there and say that it's something that because, like I said, when
No,
Jalen Rose said he tried to do it,
but
that's
I
an
was
issue.
disagreeing with Sino how he said they changed a lot of rules nowadays, bro, and
But
that's
the
true,
Cino
bro.
rule but Cino's rule that you mentioned that he changed has nothing to do with the lane because the 3 second
No,
rule's
I know.
always been in the
I'm
league.
mentioning the new rule. I'm mentioning other rules that
And
they
the defense
changed.
and the illegal defense, which I prefaced my comment when I said the illegal defense. I said that. That
It's
doesn't mean
even
they're
harder
keeping
to
the
close
lane.
out.
That doesn't mean that they're keeping the lane open. That has nothing to do with keeping the lane
The
open. That's
lane is
just
wide
Hey,
open for him to be
to
a
close
freight
out,
train
you
and go
got to
down the
run out
middle.
there, stop, and then jump.
huh. Say it again.
To close out, you got to run out, stop, and then jump. Now, you can't just
No, you can run.
run out there
You
and
can run
jump.
through. No, you can run through the person. Put your hand up. You can go past them.
You
They do
can
it all the
run through
time.
the person. You can
When I
run
say
through the
meaning
person.
put your hand up here, your body can go by them. You see them do it all the time. They don't just stop in front of them.
So what?
Most, a
So what
lot
does
of the time.
LeBron do? What does LeBron do when he at the top of the key? You
What do
called
you
him
mean?
a
What does
freight
he
train
do?
earlier, right? You called him a freight train earlier, right?
Yeah, if he gets you in his hip, it's too late. He's too strong.
Hey,
Okay.
What's
LeBron.
the issue?
Hey, LeBron Grams. LeBron. I'm gonna be honest. In my opinion, LeBron was way more great when he was young, bro. He looked like a different player. When I watch LeBron nowadays, it kind of makes me think worse of him. But when I watch his young highlights, I'm like, yeah, he was that
But
guy. But he don't have a
What
bag
compare?
like that, bro. He not
We're
that good
comparing
with
to,
the ball
what
handling.
we are comparing a dude with the standard in his fucking 40s to when he was 25. I can't. You even said it when he was younger. He's 20 something years. He's 42 ish. And you're still got the same thought process of what he should be doing when he was 25. If that don't make you think to say, why are we holding him to that same standard? It's fucking unbelievable
He
because
in the
it's
game.
ridiculous.
That's
No,
why.
it's the media. It's the media.
But
They keep saying that.
don't,
They keep
let's not
saying
bring
he
media in
can't
here.
get
We're
a
talking
father
about us.
time, bro. It's the media.
But
They keep saying he
me
can't
and
get
you.
father time. They keep saying he
We're
can't
talking
get
about
father
me and you
time.
though.
He not slowing down. So it makes
No,
me.
we're talking about you and I, bro. We're not talking about the media. We're talking about me and you. Me and you having this conversation. He's 40 something. Yes, he can't sit in a chair like he used to, but hell, he still averages more than a lot of dudes averaging 20 something points at his age. He wasn't like Carmelo averaging 10 in his last year or Kareem averaging 11 in his last year. I can understand if he was averaging 6, 7, 10 points a game. Yeah, bro, you need to pack it up because now you're holding on for nothing. He's a 20-point average scorer. If you put his stats up and took away the image and say, do you think this guy's is a decent person? You'd be like, yes. For the points that he scored.
But
But when you
Grams
put a
though.
face to it, it's kind of like, oh well, no, LeBron, no, he's 40 something, but he still should be averaging 29 and getting 10 assists. Come on, bro. Let's be
What is
realistic.
he?
But Grams
Let,
though,
let
if
me
he
ask you
had
something,
more
though,
of a
bro.
bag, he would be better. He would be better at his age, bro. Because this is why I can't say LeBron is the GOAT. Because he not really that great at ball handling. He not that great at free throw
But hold on,
shooting.
how y'all gonna let him off the hook like that when they talk about his numbers like he's still one of those guys, even though he's 40?
That's
They
what I
still
said.
Yeah.
talk
I said
about
the
him like he
media.
like
I said
that.
the, that's why I
But
said the media
Kwame,
gotta judge him like that.
but Kwame, they're saying that because no 40-year-old has put up the same numbers. When
It
Kareem
doesn't
was that
matter
age,
why. It doesn't matter why they're saying it. They're saying it. You
yeah,
can't always no. You can't always ask a question. Why do you expect this? Why do you expect that? And then when we say very articulately, this is why, and then you got an excuse for it. No, they need to
but
stop this agenda. Let's move on from this LeBron thing and let's start hyping up these younger players. He is too old. You can't cherry pick. He's acting like a woman. The LeBron fans act just like a woman. They want to cherry pick the good things about life. No, you got to have it all. If LeBron
yeah,
James is
I
that
would bring
dude,
him to play
if,
defense.
if if he's that dude that's going to get accolades like that dude, then he got to run back on defense. He got to take it all. It all comes with it.
But
Gotta
I
win.
agree. I agree with you on that comment. However, I agree with you talking about when it comes to the putting other points. You got to take the go with the bag. He doesn't play defense. But I think a lot of the conversation that are saying about of his greatness is they're talking about him obviously is during his prime. But now he's older. Everybody still, everybody, even the media does it. They're envisioning him still in his
What is
mind
his
as if
age?
he's
What is his
25.
age? What does his age have to do with anything? He's putting on a jersey. He's representing a team. There's
But
things
your
that
age,
come along with that. And
Right.
age
yeah,
don't
but
got nothing to do with that. We
So
expect
what is
every
he playing
player
for?
to run back on defense.
But age,
What is he
no,
still
you're right.
playing for?
I'm not disagreeing with you, Kwame. You're right. There are a lot of times he don't get back on defense. I'm not sitting here saying you're wrong. You are 100% right. There are a lot of times
So then you
he's not
admitting
playing.
that
He's not playing
LeBron
health.
James is not. You're admitting that he's not the GOAT.
No, but
Because
I'm not going to
there's
hold him.
not one
No,
time he don't run
but
for
I'm not.
offense.
But I'm not going to hold him in his 40s to say
So
because
what is
he's
he
not
still
doing
playing the
it
Are
game
you
now.
for?
saying that
Why
LeBron
not? What is he
James
still
need
playing the
to
game
Are you
for?
saying that
Okay,
LeBron
so
James need to retire?
Yeah, right. What is he
no,
still
no,
playing
no,
for?
no. Okay, now let me answer that question. This
Yeah.
is
Are
just
you
me
saying he
talking
needs
about
to
the player.
retire? It's a yes
No,
or
no, no.
no. If he
I'm going
can't
to answer
run
the
back, he
question.
needs to retire.
Well, no, if that's the case, I'm gonna say no, and the reason why, because I'm like this as a player, and I would think you guys that play, anybody that plays sports
No,
really, but especially you guys will respect it.
no,
Basketball, sports is the only career that you have a limited time to do it, and
no.
it's
But
something
if
that no, hold
basketball
on,
is the no, that's not true about basketball. If basketball is a team game, I expect my teammate to be on a string with me. And if he doesn't do his job, it's going to hinder me from doing my job. So
okay,
I need a
I got a
guy.
question for you.
I need a guy to be able to run back on defense, and I need a guy that can carry the threat on both ends of the court. That's the only way this thing works. You
Okay,
cannot
so I
give
got a question for
LeBron
you.
an out. You cannot give LeBron an out because of how he used to play. Talking about he don't got to play defense. That's
Okay,
bullshit.
so I got a question for you. So I'm gonna ask you these players so they retire too. So Luca should retire. Luca,
No,
no, hold on, no. Let me finish, bro. Because now I let you go. So
you
Luca
asked the
should retire. But
question.
he plays no.
I answered.
So he don't play defense though. Harden's
Yes, he
never played
does.
defense. So
I
Harden,
said run back on defense. I didn't say good
Harden
defender. He
he
runs
doesn't get
back
back
on
on
defense.
defense. No, he doesn't. He sits there and argues with the ref all the time. Kwame, you know that.
Yeah,
That's been a
LeBron don't
got a
argue
point
with the
there.
ref.
no, but no, hold on.
Yeah.
You asked me a question, right? And I'm asking you. I'm naming. You're taking it back to LeBron. I'm talking about Luca. Luca.
Yeah,
All
so
that's one
hold
of the things
on, wait. Every
everybody
time
he
you say something
always
about
argues.
LeBron.
No,
But no, but see again. See, you guys only want to harp on one person. I'm giving you people. James Harden never he argues doesn't get back. He jogs back.
he need to
So James Harden
retire.
should retire.
Yeah,
So he needs to retire too. And
yeah.
hold on, but James has
Yeah.
never been that way. Luca's never been that way. They've always done that. So they should have retired
Luca
about
led the
10
league in
years ago.
scoring, dude. It's pecking order. Luca led the league in scoring. You got
No,
to get
but
another example.
so okay. Well,
There's not a team in the league that would not take a guy who led the league in scoring that sometimes argue with the referees. He's physically
so
able to run back. LeBron James is not physically able to run back every play.
so so
He's too
so
old.
so James Harden should have been retired then.
Yes. He's not going to win with James Harden. What does he want?
Nope.
No, we're not talking about winning. We're just talking about guys who should retire that
I'm
don't get
talking
back on
about winning.
defense.
You paying these guys over $100 million.
No, but
What are they there for?
no, but that wasn't that. But that, Kwame, that wasn't what the comment was. You said guys that because he does. You said because guys don't get back on defense. You said guys that get on defense and then brought in winning. Your statement was guys that don't get back on defense. So we're sticking to that. Now you want to throw in winning. That's not
If
what
you
the
don't get back
conversation
on
was.
defense, you're not gonna
You
win.
started comparing it to every guy that don't get back on defense. I'm
But
holding
wait, because
LeBron to no wait. I'm holding
yeah, go ahead.
LeBron to a set. No, you always trying to talk over what I'm trying to say.
No, I'm saying okay. I'm saying okay.
Don't say okay. Let me finish what I'm saying. I'm holding LeBron to the standard of a GOAT. And if LeBron's going to be in that GOAT category, he has to run back on defense. He has to do all the intangibles that encompasses a winner. Kobe did it. MJ did it. You started comparing LeBron to every other player, which just lets me know where you think about LeBron.
But then to what you just said, when you said it initially, you did not mention anything about GOAT. You just said now you're adding in the GOAT. You didn't say that the first time. You just said he would get back.
We're always talking about LeBron in the GOAT category. I've never taken it out. When I compared, I said, who do you think take the last shot? MJ, LeBron, or Kobe? I only said that because those are the three GOATs. That's who
But
we all
again,
been comparing them to.
But I
Okay,
guess that's where
well,
I'm
just
misunderstanding because I didn't know that.
going forward, all of my conversation is holding LeBron to a standard. You can't call this man the chosen one. You can't call him the king. You can't say all these things and then compare him to every player. It can't be that way. Either he's that or he's not.
But I get,
Superstar
well, okay.
role.
So now I know. I'm glad you cleared it up because it wasn't clear. I
You should have
didn't know you
always
meant that for
knew.
you.
You thought he was that. He ain't that.
But again, and
Deep down in your mind, you know he ain't that.
no, I
What?
disagree.
Sir, do you have LeBron as the GOAT? I don't. I'm new to the channel. I don't know. I'm asking you,
Yeah,
Brian.
my goat top three are LeBron, Kobe, and MJ. That's mine. Now you don't
That's
have
the
to
order.
agree with it, but that's mine.
No, I'm saying that's the order.
That's my order. And that's
That's your
mine.
order.
If you tell me
Yeah.
yours, I'm not
Terrible
gonna sit there
order.
and say
Anything with LeBron is
No. I just asked you.
absolutely
I just asked the question
no,
though,
no, no,
Grant. I
no,
just
no, no,
asked.
no, 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 no. I'm not.
All
You're
right, so
right, bro.
let
I'm
him
not
ask
saying it's
another
you.
question. Graham, you answered it. Let him ask another one. Go ahead, ask another one. So we might
So if
get
he is the
somewhere.
GOAT, if he's the GOAT, why? And he called himself the GOAT. Why is he still playing?
Why shouldn't he if he wants to play? Nobody. When Mike came back, nobody asked why he didn't come back. They let him play. Good. I think, 'cause like I said, I never got to finish
That's
what I said
deflection.
earlier. But no. This goes back to my point. I didn't get to finish because I was cut off.
No, but
When it comes
answer
to
the
hold
question
on,
though.
I'm gonna answer it. I'm gonna answer it. Like when Mike came back. When once this shit is over with, bro, it's over. When you're a player, and it's not like you're not a banker. You can work as a banker till you're 60 or 70. When you're an athlete, you
Right.
have a limited time shelf. So my thing, I was like this. With, even though I don't like him, I was like this with Brett Favre, and he was, bro, play this shit till your leg falls off, bro. Because when it's done, it's over. I think
But
every
did Mike?
athlete that's been great should be like that. But like, play that shit till you can't play no more. Because once you hang them bitches up, it's over. And I
So
think every athlete
But here's the thing
should be
though.
like that.
Have Mike ever came out and said he was the GOAT though? Because you said
Okay,
Mike came back.
so what did
I
Mike
mean,
did?
Mike.
So what Mike didn't say it? Muhammad Ali said he's the greatest. Don't nobody say nothing about Muhammad Ali. Certain guys can say it, certain guys don't. It's so because he didn't. So because Mike didn't walk on water, that means everybody else that walks on water can't be. No, everybody's different. That's because they didn't do it the same way he did it. Doesn't make the way he does it wrong. Because Muhammad
The reason
Ali,
why
people may
LeBron.
say, go ahead.
The reason why he's still, the reason why he's still playing because he know deep down inside he know he ain't the GOAT.
But I don't think he's playing now for nothing about GOAT. He's playing because he wants to play and he still can. I'm not gonna when I look at Michael Jordan, I don't really harp on
I
his
think
Wizards
he's scared of
career. Like
retirement. That's what I think.
no,
He's
but
been
when I
playing
talk
basketball
about
his
Mike,
whole adult life. What is he gonna do other than play basketball?
I mean, well, he wants ownership. He's got. I mean, LeBron's got a whole bunch of
But
others.
ownership don't give him the limelight anymore. This
But
is a guy
again,
that'll get in the layup line with his own son.
He's because his son's okay, but I mean, the high school kids will love that they got LeBron. Okay, that's personal. That's a father thing, and I don't mind. That's on him. That's what he wants to do. He can do it. I have no problem with that's personal. I'm talking about basketball, and
let
so
me
I
ask
don't
you
have no
something.
problem with a player that wants to play till he or she can't play no more.
So
I
is
have
he
no problem
playing
with that.
just to play, or is he playing to win?
But of course you want to win. But hold on, I didn't get to finish this. When I look at Mike, I don't really use his Washington Wizards career and try to say, well, because at that time it's like
You was afraid to talk about that because Michael Jordan got back on defense.
Right, but no, but even okay, he got back on defense, but they were still, but his teams never made the playoffs.
It doesn't
and
matter.
they were under 500. Now winning doesn't matter.
Okay, that's not what I'm saying. You're just over talking. I said I hold LeBron James to a standard of how you play the game. And just because it don't result in wins all the time, you do not cheat the game. And LeBron James did not run back on defense. LeBron James does not take the personal responsibility to try to even guard the best player. And so when you're talking about upholding the standards of the game, you run back on defense and you give that effort, which MJ did every night.
So Kwame, you expect the guy. Go ahead.
Yes, MJ was
this,
40 years old. He did the same thing.
Let me ask you this. So this is what I'm saying. How is LeBron the GOAT? How is LeBron the GOAT to you if he's not a great free throw shooter? He's not a great mid-range shooter. He's not a great three-point shooter. He's not a great defender. on-ball defender. So it's like, what makes him the GOAT to you? Is it just
See, you're
longevity?
you're looking at LeBron now and saying he wasn't a great defender, because we all know
He
that they
never
want the
was.
1 year. Can I finish, please? God damn, I let y'all finish. This is what I'm talking about. Everybody interject. I'm trying to answer your question.
Man, you've been
The,
talking more than anybody.
I,
Stop the
yeah,
bullshit,
but
bro.
Kwame, you're right,
You
Kwame, but
interject.
because
Listen, when everybody talking, you interject every time.
but
So
you
stop it.
but Kwame,
Chucky
you're
on the
right, but
panel,
it's
and Chucky ain't been able to say nothing all day because you
Yeah,
won't stop
yeah,
talking. So stop
no.
it.
But my
yeah.
thing
Please answer that question
what it,
though. Please
was
answer
it
that
one, two,
question
three,
though.
four. It's one
Answer the
against
question.
9 people, but
No,
so I'm getting it from many different directions.
Answer the
So I just
question
wanted
though.
to. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Give it to me. I'm sorry.
Look,
Give it to me
look.
one more time.
I said,
Because he did.
LeBron
That's
is
right.
not a look.
Because he doesn't lead. Right.
I said
Right.
LeBron is not a great 3-point shooter. He's not a great mid-range shooter. He's not a great ball handler. He's not a great free throw shooter. So how could he? How is he the best basketball player ever? How is he the GOAT? Like in your opinion?
now he
Well,
said something about defender. He said something about
since,
defender. Remember, you was about to say something
so
about
right.
defender.
I was
Oh,
going. Thank you. Thank you.
and
Thank
he's
you.
not a
Thank you.
great on-ball defender.
Yeah,
And I seen him
yeah,
play
go
in his
ahead.
prime, bro. Like he would guard the best player, but he wasn't getting stops. He wasn't getting like yeah, LeBron just locked him down.
But first of all, this is the NBA. You're not locking anybody down. All
You
these
ain't see
guys are fucking great.
when an old Kobe locked
Can,
Kyrie down and stole the
can,
ball
can
from
I
him.
can
He
I
put
can I
all
answer my question? Answer your question, bro. You asked me a question. You
Mm.
did. The 1 year he should have won Defensive Player of the Year. How does Paul Gasol get Defensive Player of the Year, but he didn't make first team? LeBron made first
Mark
team,
Gasol.
all defense.
That was
Mark
Mark
Gasol, thanks for the
Gasol, not
correction.
Paul.
You're right. My apologies. You're right. Stand to be corrected. That year, he should have won it to where he would have won. He would have ended up having the MVP, Defensive Player of the
why
Year,
just for
and the
chase down
championship.
blocks.
Yeah, that's
At the
all
end
he
of the
was
day, bro,
doing, chasing down blocks.
huh?
On ball defense. I said that's all he was doing, but just chasing
No,
down
so they're
blocks.
not gonna give. They're not gonna give you. They're not. You're not okay. I'm okay. Y'all,
Yeah,
that's a
yeah.
highlight.
I'm
It looks
You
good to do
can't
it, but
answer my question,
yeah.
bro.
he was guarding
On ball
stuff. He was guarding
defense.
people. Okay,
On
so
ball
because now,
defense.
but you say he wasn't the greatest ball handler.
He
That's what you
wasn't.
said. What part of being a great ball handler means a person can't be good? Just or in goats, because we're talking about this. Why is that? Because do you mean he has to be able to handle the ball like Kyrie to be good like that
No, he just
having
gotta
that
have
skill?
moves, bro. He gotta have
Man, do
moves.
you
Nah, he
see?
just
Man,
got to be able to not hand the
hold,
ball to the other defender.
Exactly. He
okay,
gotta have dribble moves,
during his
crossover.
career, if you okay, no, they said, but no, but that's not required to have. You don't
But what
have to
about
have
the
a
other things I
crossover.
named, bro? What about mid range? What about free throws? You
He
can't be
he
the
does
GOAT if
have
you
a he
can't
does
shoot
have
free
a
throws, bro.
he has a decent mid range. He does have a decent. He's a better 3-point percentage than Mike. I mean, to say, but he's got to be the greatest in
You
all of
see
those
this
positions,
old man Kobe Bryant and what he doing right here in these drills? LeBron
huh?
James don't participate in these drills. You know what he
Okay,
doing
I'm gonna
right
say that. I will give y'all this. Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan are the best individual like stuff like this is, but this is defense drill, so this is defense, bro. This showing me what, because
here?
they play,
Yeah, you
this is a
don't see
defense.
LeBron doing
LeBron
this
don't
at
do
all.
that.
That's a defensive drill, so this is what they do for
Hey,
defense. That's
That's
Sino,
a drill. He don't
Sino,
know how you
Sino,
don't know how to do it.
Sino,
how you
pull up when Kobe locked down Kyrie. When Kyrie was trying to put them dribble moves on him, and that
Yeah,
was
I
an
don't
old
want to get an
Kobe.
Just
NBA
pull up when he
Oh,
talk
guarded him in the
right
All
now.
Star game.
all
Just
right.
pull up when Kobe guarded LeBron in the All Star game. That's
Oh
enough
yeah,
right there.
yeah.
so
That'll tell
so
you right.
so the
Oh,
That'll
I
tell you
so
the
think
the
y'all,
All
I
Star.
think y'all missing the grunt work. This is in
Yeah.
practice. Don't no superstar have to do this in practice. Damn, in a game, superstars normally sit on the sideline and let other guys do this. There's not
Yeah.
one coach in the NBA that would say Kobe had to participate in this drill. He
Yeah, this
did
is a
this
slide
because he
drill.
cares about the game. He cares
Yeah.
about the excellence of the game. This is the grunt work that not many superstars know nothing about. This is why LeBron is not on his level.
Kwame, did MJ do this type of shit too?
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is called a
so
slide drill.
because because there's no footage of him doing it, it means it didn't happen.
He didn't
It's
do
No,
it.
it
Okay,
didn't
He
footage.
happen.
never done it.
It's footage of LeBron
okay.
just shooting threes in his practices and shit.
It don't show. It don't show in the game.
Because that's what they wanted y'all to see.
Because
Come
look, how
on now,
you
come
That's what
on.
practice.
y'all
Hey,
wanted
look,
to see.
bruh, how you practice
They
gonna
don't
show in
show
the game, though, bruh. How you practice, and with LeBron,
exactly.
You go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And
Go
this
ahead.
is
No,
You
go
see
finish. Go
that?
finish. Go
You
in
finish.
see how
36.
tired he is? You see the energy and effort it took to do that? Do you
Yeah.
see how tired that man is putting in that work? That's how he won championship.
And that's
And
an old Kobe.
he 36. Right. He 36 coming off an injury on his leg. So he's out
And
there
you're
with
and
one
right,
leg.
but you're saying LeBron at 42 should be doing the same thing.
No, we saying
I'm
that he
saying
never
yes.
done
And if you can't do that, you should not play. And that was the
Okay,
standard back in the day. The
and
standard
that's
back in
cool.
the day is that if you could not practice, you could not play.
Okay, and I respect your opinion. I can disagree, but I respect your opinion. That's
That's
your
not an
category.
opinion.
How you category?
That's not an opinion though. That was the
It is though.
standard. That's not. That was the standard. The standard was if you could not practice, you could not play. Think about a product that you're putting out. How can you put out a good product if it cannot practice?
But a lot of dudes, when it comes to the end of the
You
season, don't
talking about a
practice
lot
to
of
save their
dudes. You won't answer
legs.
the question. You won't answer the question.
No,
How can
they're
you put
saving.
He talking
out
They're
about
a
saving
good
their
LeBron,
product?
man.
legs.
You won't answer the question. How you just deflecting.
No,
How
go
can
ahead.
you
Go ahead.
put out how can you put out a good product if you cannot practice and rehearse what you're supposed to do?
But he does. You're trying to tell me he doesn't practice.
I'm
Nope.
You're
telling
really
you
sitting
they
here saying
don't
he does.
practice,
He
sir.
doesn't.
I didn't
Nope.
answer
He
that. They
doesn't
don't
practice.
practice.
He don't practice. This is
He
why
he considered
this is
shoot
why he
around
has so much.
practice.
This is why
That's
his
but that's what
ESPN
they've
and the
showed you.
stats
Doesn't mean that's what they're
ratio,
doing. They're
the
practicing.
That's what
turnovers.
they're doing. They're not
This is why
practicing,
He
bro.
ain't running
LeBron
no
has
plays with his
so
team.
many
He never
turnovers. He
did.
leads the whole NBA in turnovers. Nobody
But
have more turnovers than LeBron.
you have to practice to know how certain players want the ball and how to get it.
No,
You
they
don't know that
don't.
on the
They
field.
walk through. It's called non-contact walkthroughs. They just walk through things.
No,
They do
but
not
no,
practice. He's
Kwame,
40 something
you
years
know
old.
game speed. You
How
know
can you
game
say
speed.
no, brother? How can you say 1 minute that he's old so you don't require him to rebound and you don't require him to play defense, but you're gonna require him to practice where he could get hurt?
But again, you're really having this standard for a 40-year-old. No problem. I'm not.
It
I'm not
doesn't,
gonna.
I'm
That's
not
that's
having a
cool.
standard. I'm not having a standard for a 40-year-old. You're changing the language. I'm having a standard for a professional athlete.
But again, but if that's the standard, there should be a lot of guys
There should
who
be a
will probably
standard.
disagree.
Do you not think it's a standard for a professional athlete?
I think there definitely is a standard for professional
So
athletes.
that's
But
all
let-
it is.
but
I'm having a standard for a professional athlete.
but look at
If
what you
you're
said.
saying
You
that he's
said
no
you
longer
said
good
I.
enough, if you're saying he's no longer good enough to be a professional based on his age, then he should retire.
Okay, but listen what you said when you said that. You said I have a preference, meaning that's your personal feeling.
No, that's
I don't.
every NBA player. That's every GM.
I can't. I'm sorry. I can't take your word for that. That's your opinion. Because there's a lot of them
So
dudes.
there's
There's
The
a
man
lot of
played in
dudes
the
that
NBA.
don't.
How you gonna
there's
tell him not?
GMs that want players that can't get back on defense.
But if that's the case, they wouldn't want a lot of guys in the league that don't get back on defense. There are a lot of
Name
guys
them.
that don't get back. I
Name
say
them.
James Harden don't get back. I gave.
Well,
I mean,
let's
even
go to
your
LeBron.
excuse is because he can score, but Luka don't get back on defense. But your excuse is because he can score. But yeah, he's up. But if anybody should get
Not an
back on defense,
excuse.
it's
He
him because
leads the
he's
league in
younger.
scoring.
But
I
he's
know I
younger.
will
He
at
should
one
get
point,
back.
but it's just a process that I got to really be patient with myself. Set little small goals for myself to reach. Because I mean, coming back, I just want it all right now, and that's just not realistic for anybody that's been out as long as I have, and to have a leg injury like I had. So I just try to stay positive and just keep pushing. That's the only thing I can do, and keep working every day to get better. Because I know one day soon it's gonna go. I'll come back, and I'm gonna be the player that I've always been.
We've talked about Isaiah.
They did IT. They did IT dirty.
What else do you notice when you're talking about how you're not where you were, or want to be, or used to be?
I mean, you can just see how I'm playing. I mean, I'm not confident out there as I usually am. I mean, it's a process getting confidence back mentally and physically in your body and being able to do the things you used to do. And my body's not allowing me to do that yet. And I mean, I talk with the trainers every day, and that's just gonna happen. They knew that. I'm ahead of schedule. If you ask George, he would have wanted me to play in April. He would have wanted to sit me out even longer, but I was on his head about it, and I just wanted to continue to play. And each day, take baby steps to get better. I mean, I'm putting no pressure on myself at all to be that player I used to be, but it will come, and We just wait.
Oh, they cut it. But no, this is where he said we don't practice. So he couldn't get better. This is why he wasn't getting better. They don't practice. LeBron, they don't want to practice. So that's so how he could get better and recover if we're not going to practice. I can't. This is going to lead to turnovers, Graham. So this is what he was talking about. That would lead to turnovers if you don't practice. So that's why they practice, so that they don't have turnovers. This is why LeBron leads the whole NBA in turnovers.
That's why he still got the same high school mentality when it comes to playing basketball.
Exactly. He never had a coach around him that could teach him. That's why he always had a first-year coach, never had a real veteran coach around him since Paul Silas when he got drafted. Then he got rid of Paul Silas. So then every day has been first-year coaches or no experienced coaches, nobody that would challenge LeBron and his authority on what he wants to do.
And
So,
bro, with LeBron, it's like what I don't respect how like every year when he lose, he don't never take the
Accountability.
he don't never take the mindset of like Kobe or Jordan, like telling his teammates, "Oh, we need to get better," and practicing with his teammates and getting better with his team that he already has. His mentality is we train everybody. Everybody got to go, and if not, then even the coach got to go. It's everybody got to go, bro. It's never like we finna go work hard in the off season and we gonna come back better.
Yeah, he only care about himself, man. He don't care.
But that ain't how you win. That's why a lot of times they still lose because you gonna trade all these players. You're not a GM, bro. You trying to pick these players, and it's like it come down to you at the end of the day. You the superstar. So if you not gonna, sometimes he got to win the game. He got to win it for him. Like you got to play winning basketball.
And he makes sure that the media don't say nothing negative about him. They can really dissect him if they really wanted to, but he gonna make sure they don't do that. You may hear it once he retire. You're gonna hear a lot of more people gonna come out with the truth about him when he retire.
Yep.
And everybody gonna be shocked. They're gonna be shocked and amazed. Like, no, he's not. He's great. Like, no, he's not. No, he's not.
I knew old boy had to fall off the panel for y'all to be able to talk so fluidly.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
That's LeBron. That's the GOAT status going on another team.
yeah, he going on another team. That's him.
That's
what
I'm
GOAT stand for.
I'm gonna be honest, him getting old and kind of losing a little bit of speed and shit, it's really showing me how his bag is lacking, bro. Because a lot of times he turns the ball over because he just don't know what to do. He don't got no move he can go to.
Exactly.
He don't have no dribble move, nothing. He might just dribble off his foot or they just rip the ball from him because he don't really. When you dribbling, somebody could tell if you ain't got no handles like that.
Fundamentally, he's
look at the
not
rush.
there. He's not there, man. Fundamentally, he's not. He's not what they say he is. Period.
That's correct.
If he would have developed that back to the basket game, he can turn his back, and with his size, he should be able to shoot over anybody.
For him to be that strong, 6'8", he can't even play with his back to the basket. That's a shame. That's fundamentals right there.
All right, I'm gonna get up off this.
Just make sure everybody dance a jig when he retired, man, because I'm gonna be clapping like, yes, finally.
Hey, I'm just happy he got off the Lakers though.
Man, they probably had a party, man.
Graham
They had
came
a party
back.
about
Boy,
that.
look at this shit. He back.
But
boy.
no, I was in the garage and I lost service.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's like LeBron he's never been this
Go ahead.
category. He has no footwork. He has all these X's where he's supposed to be great at. I just don't see greatness. I don't. There's no greatness.
I got cut off. I just want to know the purpose of the Isaiah Thomas video. I didn't know how it ended. So I just wanted.
The thing was he was mentioning earlier in that video, in that interview, is that, because he was talking about the performance. He had just came back from a leg injury. Well, he had hip injury, and they weren't practicing. So that's what was bothering him, is that they don't practice. And he's like, I need to practice in order to get myself back. And we're not practicing. We're just going straight to the games. And, he was like trying to get the team like, look, I need practice. I'm not used to this. He came from Boston where they practice. So he goes over there with LeBron and they don't practice. But he was never supposed to say that to the media. You know, they made the big fuss. How are they gonna say they don't practice? You know, like who is this guy? You know, so
Well, I thought that interview was taken when he got hurt when he played with Boston.
No, that was.
I think it was because that's why they didn't give him that extended contract. He got hurt, and then his sister passed away, and they ended up not re-signing. But that's when he was with Boston.
Yeah, that's when he got hurt. But when he came back to Cleveland, he was still recovering. He was recuperating.
I said that interview was. I think he's still with Boston. I believe that interview was when he's still with Boston. I think it was because when he came back. I could be wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
But you saying we don't practice, that was not with Boston. That was definitely with Cleveland.
Okay.
And yeah, they don't practice is not a Boston thing at all.
I mean, to the guy that said, why he's not good at all these things. Well, I'm sorry. That's cool. I don't understand why a guy is not good at any of those things. But if the leading scorer,
not great at those.
Right? Well, okay, great. But you can't. Okay, my fault. He's not great. But how are you still how is he's not the greatest?
He ain't finna make no sense.
No, he froze up again.
That's the case. Then these records should not even be held because they should be broken every year. So you have to be good. You have to be good.
Listen, bro. With these records, bro, this is what I'm saying. It's longevity stats because
you have to play long to get them.
You talk about scoring, but he don't have more 50-point games than Kobe. He don't have
Who
more
cares?
50-point games than Jordan. How you saying who cares? Who cares about all time the longevity stats when he playing? He want to play 30 years.
I never heard when Kareem was leading. Who cares about Kareem having 40,000 points? Nobody never said that. Nobody said nobody. Right, because now the narrative is because now all of a sudden, because he has these records, now these records don't mean that. They don't mean nothing.
No, people.
Did you hear anybody say that the scoring record meant something? When does anybody ever start talking about the scoring record? When LeBron got up there, right?
Exactly.
Well, yeah, that's because he was close to getting it, so that's why it came relevant.
How many people said Michael Jordan was the greatest player? You heard that your whole life, right? Jordan is the GOAT, right?
Until guys came after him. So until that point, yeah.
Besides LeBron, right? Michael Jordan leads in no categories, like no top assists, rebounds, and points. But they would say Jordan is the GOAT, right? Without question. Well, you would hear that more than you would hear Kareem, right? So no one cared about scoring records. Nobody cared about who was at the top of those. It's about the impact of what you did on that court and when you played.
Yeah, let's be honest. Let's be honest though.
What matters in between the numbers. The stats gonna be where they be when you're done. That nobody even focuses on that.
Mike even said it himself. If he really cared about that, he could have broke the scoring record.
Come on. I'm not going by what he could have, would have. He didn't do it. Don't say what he could have did. Everybody want to say what somebody could have did. No, did he do it? Did he do it? No.
Okay, do you got Karl Malone in your top 5 greatest players of all time?
No.
He's number 2 in scoring, right? He was number 2.
But he was great. But he's great. But I don't have in my number. I don't think anybody has Karl Malone in their top 5.
But hold on though.
Why do you
but hold on though. Hold on, bro. You said coulda, woulda, shoulda. If Karl Malone was second, if Karl Malone was second,
asking me a question. I'm getting 2 questions from 2 different people.
It's stats. That's ridiculous.
Go ahead, E.
Nah, you said coulda, shoulda, woulda. But correct me if I'm wrong. Did Karl Malone pass Michael Jordan as far as all-time leading scorer?
Yeah.
So Mike retired how many times? So you mean to tell me if he really was focused on scoring, if that was really a main priority of his, you telling me he couldn't have got that and Karl Malone came in second?
No, Jordan did focus on scoring, but he didn't play. He didn't keep playing long. He didn't keep playing 20 years.
Right.
He for sure would have had the scoring record.
No, that's what I'm saying. Because I'm saying it's an interview out there saying that if that was his main focus of playing, like he would have broke the scoring title. But that's not what he prioritized.
Yeah,
just
just
trying to be the
like
leading
Cino,
scorer all the time.
Cino said,
It's
bro.
just funny
Because
Nobody.
how
look, Karl Karl Malone stayed in there, and like I said, he finished second. And before Jordan retired, Karl Malone was not in front of Jordan. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, that's like what Cino said. Nobody was using that as a goal point to say who the GOAT is.
Ain't nobody use that. Man, come
Yeah,
on,
I
ain't
don't think
nobody was using that until
I'm not I'm
LeBron
not
broke the
I'm not
record.
using that
Now,
either. I'm not using that as saying he's
okay.
the GOAT. I'm just
So
saying
what do you use?
no, because you asked me he's not good at dribbling. Well, it might not have been you, so correct
No,
me
it
if it
was
wasn't
me.
you.
It was
Oh,
me.
okay. It's not about him. He's the greatest dribbler shooter. You have to be great to if you're leading in scoring, you're top 10 in rebound. I mean assists. Like
Bro,
that you don't get that just being a regular player in the league.
he in year 24.
But again,
Nobody played that long.
he's the scoring record he recently passed when he was with the Lakers about what 4 years ago. Yes. But again, you making it seem like he's just getting by doing what he's doing.
Bro,
Averaging
he's
two
not
point.
just getting by. He's a top player. That's why you're in the GOAT conversation. But I'm saying, like, how is he can't be the greatest ever if he's not the best at these categories in basketball,
He
because we all
ain't
know
best
that.
at not one of them.
Well, that's not the
Yeah,
case because I mean, who the better ball handler, Michael Jordan or Kyrie Irving?
Oh, stop.
No, because you're saying ball handling.
Come
no,
on,
I
Wasn't the
would
guy.
say
man.
this. I would
Michael
say
Stop
Jordan wasn't the
it.
this.
guy that
Hey,
Michael
I
hey,
would
Jordan
say
it's
wasn't
this.
time to end
crazy
it
and
now.
all.
We getting wild with the comment. I'm
No,
about to
but
get
no.
up out of here anyway.
All right,
Let's reconvene tonight, man. Let's do another panel later on tonight. Cause right
all right,
now I'm tired. Let's end this thing and let's do this thing again later on.
all right. Salute, Kwame.
all right,
All right,
absolutely.
salute, y'all.
All right, bro.
All right, man.